Last time, the party left the rest of the giants after deciding upon who got what items from the crypt. Handing over the majority of the wealth to the treasure hunters to deal with, they made their way to the nearby monastery on a whim. There, they discovered a series of buildings etched into the cliff's side of a tall and rocky island. The monks at the monastery were all blindfolded, dedicated to listening to the world around them and better honing their own senses. The party was allowed entry, where they roamed the halls and took in its bleak yet peaceful environment. Yet, as they explored, they took note of a potent iron scent from the monastery's well. Upon closer inspection of the well, Ida and Eos discovered that it was filled with blood. As they took in this horror, the voice of the god Fadur the Cleanser echoed in their heads, asking them to cleanse this corruption before it got worse. Scared and confused, the party has retreated back to their humble wanderer to discuss what to do next. They lounge below deck as night falls, the ship rocking in the storm's waves as the rain slams against the windows of the ship.
Scared and confused could be our party name.
Mood.
We do need a party name, don't we?
You actually do need a party name eventually, one day.
It's best earned instead of give. Like, we have to earn a good one.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying scared and confused.
Good temporary name, I'll take it.
So all in all, that was not the most fruitful visit we could have made. What?
I mean, I've seen some new things that were really nice. It's just like, I don't know, the idea of like blood-filled well was kind of intense.
Yeah, it's something I'd like to stay far away from.
Yeah,
I'd like to stay away as well, but I feel like, can we ignore like a literal god talking to so? On the other hand, the god talked to Eos, not to me, so I could just walk away, or couldn't I?
I mean, we could certainly just try to ignore it. That's my plan.
So, do you guys prefer laptop voice or?
It's all the same. Like,
Yeah.
Is it really just all the same? Okay.
Yeah, just go with which other one's, comfortable. Oh, I was sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had enjoyed my not
Oh,
being able
okay.
to see anything.
well, I mean, I didn't mean to like disappoint. I'm just like stating. I'm like trying to recap what we just went through.
I'm worried about those people. If something that Fadur needs to deal with is there, isn't he the one that, keeps us all alive? Keeps the world from
you
going to
became
shit?
a robot
Yeah.
there. But
Okay.
I'm gonna robot it anyway. Oh,
Bye.
You just-
that's just also a way to deal with it. Well, I wonder if the monks are like victims or whether they're into it or something.
Own it is.
I mean, it could be both. It could be a mix.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
would be the best place to find out more about this? Because I prefer not to go in and kill everyone and then find out that we were doing the wrong thing and, get us on my conscience. And I tried to keep this conscience clear.
Try and find some holy people. Get them to deal with it.
Oh, do you think there's some of those, like, paladin types around who is actually on journeys to cleanse things? Oh, maybe the paladin types will just kill everyone rather than, like, figuring something out.
Yeah, that works.
The
too.
whole Deus Vult. On the other hand,
Well,
Start a fucking crusade.
so what do we know about Fadir? Can we roll for this? Like, do we need to roll or?
It depends on what you're asking. The general sense, like, what do you want to know?
Like, why is he asking us?
Most likely because it's convenient and he thinks you can do it.
Okay, do we know this in character?
Most likely, yeah. You know that Fadir is constantly busy fighting outsiders, protecting the material plane from invasions and stuff like that. So he's pretty much probably waist deep, like fighting like a hordes of demons right now, and needs someone to go and deal with this little tiny, like, issue on the material plane. And his divine order is most likely too far away or too occupied. So he has designated you guys as honorary members to deal with it. If you, honorary Chads, if you will, if you want to take up the mantle and do it. He is a White Pantheon god, so he is good aligned. You know he won't, like, punish you if you don't do it, but he will reward you if you do.
Reward us how?
In character, you don't really know. You just don't. You know that he would give you power rather than wealth. He's a god of crusades and zealotry. He's not going to give you money. He's going to give you something that you can actually use.
Do you want to see if we can learn out more about this island at the market?
I think if we're going to do anything, I think that's a prerequisite. I don't think we should just run in trying to purge things, wipe out the place of monks, and then get into trouble with the god.
I don't think killing the monks is going to be necessary. I think they're being deceived.
Who would
Yeah,
deceive
They
a monk,
seemed
though?
quite in tune with what they were doing.
Also, like, while their eyes were closed, I got the idea that they seem to be in tune with life in a different way. Let's say, Ivis, what do you think about the people? What do you see? You have the special Malaise senses? Did you get to the idea that they were purposely doing something horrible?
No, I didn't see any darkness in the people. Just saw darkness in the sky.
So, darkness in the sky? What do you mean by that?
What, like
Was there an
literally?
atmosphere?
Oh, no. I was able to close my sight for a bit.
Ah.
So they know something special. Or at least the one I was with did.
So what do you think? What's your gut feeling, Ivis? You know emotions better than most of us do. Do you think that they're being deceived?
I think they don't believe they are doing anything wrong.
Something is threatening the material plane there. That's the only reason Thadir would ask us to help. Right? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah. You said there was blood in the well?
That only we could see. The monks drink from it every day. They said there was no issues.
What, did they say they drink from it?
They wouldn't let us drink from it, though.
Like, did you really see blood, or was that a vision?
Well, the blood was there. The god was a vision, but the blood was there. I like to think that Eos knows his blood.
It was definitely blood. Whether it was something only me and Etta could see, but, like, we saw blood, didn't we? Like,
Yeah. And the only reason I could see it and the other people couldn't is just because I can see further than you guys, so...
Well...
What do you think? He's gonna lean back and look at the dwarf and the captain.
The name
And the dragonborn.
Yeah. They have names, you know.
You can't exclude the woman.
Then, first and foremost, the name will kind of shrug and say, fuck it if I know. This is all above my pay grade. You know, I'm just here to make money and help you whatever you need on the ship. As long as I don't have to get off the ship, everything's fine. Tristan will, the half Minotaur kind of pensively look at you all for a moment. Do what you want. If it aligns with what the gods want, no harm doing it. If you do want to travel, though, we are running low on water. So we may have to restock here, or if any of you can cast magic that can make water, we can refill our barrels that way. And then Nyrune will say, I mean, it's a request from the gods. I mean, isn't that a good thing? It means that they recognize you and they need your help.
Oi, Nyrune, bless you. You know when the gods start talking to you to get expectations? There's nothing worse than great expectations. Oh.
Tell me about it. But now I feel obligated. That's the issue.
All
With
right.
time, you'll learn to ignore that.
Oh, did you have a lot of gods asking things from you, Ida?
You can ignore lots of things if you try hard enough. Not saying we have to with this, but with time,
You know-
it just kind of fades into the background.
The same way all the ghosts talking to Astrid at some point fade in the background for her.
Ignore
Actually,
it.
thinking about it, I guess you guys have such short lives. I guess it's a little bit different for me and Brisk compared to.
Well, it's also the issue of this place is, they were nice to us. They welcomed us in, but there's something festering there that it's like leaving a starving wolf in your backyard when you have to go in there every now and then. You don't know if it's going to attack you, you know?
You leave a starving wolf in your backyard.
I
How many
only
pairs
have
of
seals in my
happened?
backyard.
It's a metaphor,
It's kind of
okay?
messed up, kid. Kind of messed up.
That's a weird metaphor, I'm not gonna lie.
The seals are really nice, though. They occasionally bring me fish.
Our house stinks real bad.
What? No, our house is fine.
What do you do with the seals? You've been like away for a while now.
They're grown seals. They take care of themselves. They don't need me.
By
We're
backyard,
friends.
do you just mean the ocean?
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
So what's the best place to go to get more information about this monastery?
Market,
Well,
probably?
Yeah, there's a church at the monastery or at the market.
Oh,
Oh, alright. Let's just give it a give us some good willy, and if the tide goes our way, we may be lucky.
Do we want to swing up and grab the salvage while we're up here, or?
I think it makes sense.
Oh, do we need to go back to the market tomorrow morning and to the monastery tomorrow morning, see if we can buy some water?
Do we want their water that's made of blood?
Yeah, I think. Can you? I look at Ferdinand. Can you make water?
Let me look at my spell book. I think I can.
That market you popped up probably has some for sale. I'll be
Oh
honest
yeah, I
with you.
could probably just do that. That has mundane items.
Yeah, you'll just see Tristan coming back carrying like 2 barrels over his shoulders. Either way, just let me know. I'm bringing him above deck to collect some rainwater for now. Excuse me.
Oh, Tristan, you gotta watch. I may have like put some like clams in one of those barrels.
Explains the smell.
Look, in case you want a midnight snack.
You hear splashing noises outside.
Oh. Astrid, sometimes I feel like no one appreciates the effort I put into feeding this family.
I'm so sorry this has happened to you. It's so weird.
Alright. Out of character, how do you want to refill your barrels? Because after this long rest, you'll have like 4 rations of water left. So, do you just want to buy water? Do you want to take a long rest and then cast a lot of spell slots to get it back? Because you could conjure 10 rations of water per cast.
How much traveling do we have ahead of it? Not more than a day, right?
Depends on where you're going. Want me to bring up the travel map?
Yeah, because if we're doing like 2 days of travel, I could just grab create food, water.
You're currently where the Humble Wanderer is. The salvage, if you're going there, is probably a day, maybe a day and a half. Because you go around the island. The monastery is also around, the Wandering Mark is around like a day and a little bit of change away too. It's gonna be like at least a couple days of traveling. So you could swap your spells out, use it all on water if you don't think you're gonna get in battle, and then swap back to your normal thing.
I mean, I'm down to do that.
I guess the question then is, where are you gonna go, essentially? While you count how many water you want to conjure. You have enough barrels probably to hold up to 100 like gallons total on the ship, but more than that, you would have to buy more barrels.
So, are we going to do the salvage?
Yeah, I would just confirm with Denny and where this salvage is and make sure this map's correct here, but looks like a good time to go north.
Hey, what do you mean if the
Why
map's correct? This is
are
my...
you-
I put them there.
How are you suggesting my map isn't correct? I drew. We spent 1,000 quid on this map. It's
And I put my markers on that map right there, you see. You can see it right there.
We cross-checked together. We're best buddies.
I wouldn't go that far, but we did confirm the destination of the old each of these salvage sites.
D9, we are friends. We're going to drink a lot of pints tonight, and after that we'll be besties.
Are you paying?
Sure.
Best friend! Come here.
Not friends, best friends forever.
I thought I was your best friend.
Best friends for as long as you pay for the booze. Come here. Cheers.
I mean, honestly, same with Astrid. We're best friends as long as she can sleep in my house.
So are we heading north?
Yeah.
1 second, rolling for weather.
We go take the safe route.
Yeah, we take the safe route up and then head east.
Say DM, when is fishing day?
When it rolls fishing day.
I can't
We
wait
missed
to use my
fishing day.
inspiration
We missed-
dice on fishing day.
Yeah, we missed
yeah.
fishing day last week.
Yep, yep.
It's
Aw.
over.
Yeah, me and Kelly
That was
caught all
good.
sorts of fish, right?
Really?
Great time.
Died to a lot
I'm
of
so
the fish.
jealous. Aww.
DM, can I have the identify spell, please?
Sure. Let me just put that. So you're swapping a spell out for it. You still need the pearl.
Yeah, I'll buy that in the market or something. There's so many things to identify.
I love how Kelly gets all sweet when she wants things from random.
Even though the answer is yeah, of course, it's something your class can do. Here you have
Can I
it.
have this pretty,
Oh.
please?
Old
Happy-
habits die hard.
Thanks.
Okay,
Alright.
so we can move 14 squares, I think.
11.
16 squares, I see.
Okay, now you're just, okay, you know what? You can just teleport anywhere you want on the map right now. Go ahead.
Awesome.
As long as it's adjacent to where you are right now.
Hoping we run into some encounters at some point, but I'll take the clear skies for now.
Alright, 2 of your 11 movement have been used to get back on the safe road.
When we get off the safe road, do we roll for every square?
I have them placed on the
Or
map
every
but hidden.
tile.
I
Every
see
tile?
all of the events, you just don't see them, essentially.
Every tile, basically. Oh, you have them placed already? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
I like it that way rather than have it roll every time or roll for the day, because it just feels random. Things are going on behind the scenes that you're, traveling. So, is that your max movement?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So, how many casts of Create Water did you do, Ferdinand?
I was thinking just my full. It's a. Wait, what's the level spell?
It's a first level spell slot, and I think it scales.
I'm afraid we're gonna get fucking waterlogged if I do full.
So if you cast it at 3rd level, that's 30 gallons. So you could get 90 gallons of water and just, top it off for 10.
Yo, Astrid's been complaining that she's been wanting a bath for a while, so if you have room to make some extra, you may get some points with Astrid there.
Are you absolutely kidding me? She can take a bath in salt water for all I care.
Seawater makes my hair so frizzy.
She keeps
But water
complaining
is
about.
fantastic for your hair.
Look, it's what I keep telling her, but she doesn't like it.
Alright, Ferdinand, you above deck as you're traveling, you cast a spell, conjuring forth water out of thin air, filling all the barrels. You have a surplus, which means that you won't lose any for the days you're capped, essentially, but it's like overcapped, so it's fine. And then, did you want to make a bath? Or are you kind of just like, nah, she didn't pay for it?
Exactly.
Alright.
Yes,
Oh, but
so
how much would it be to pay for her for half a bath to shut her up?
200 gold.
200. Oh no.
It's such an expensive bath.
No, it's a very expensive bath. All right.
Would
Ferdinand?
you mind giving us a discount, Ferdinand? Because I think it would benefit all of us.
How would it benefit me? These are precious
deep
spell
breath.
slots. We could get ambushed. We could get ambushed by pirates in like 5 minutes, and I would be out of spell slots.
You're right,
Take-
and at
take a
least
deep
Astrid will be able
breath,
to chase him off
Ferdinand.
because she
Just-
stinks.
It's
And you
fine.
might
We'll
get
just
my
go
meaning.
back to the spa at the Wandering Market. It'll be fine.
Look, Ferdinand, 10 gold.
Are you kidding me? I put in 200 and then you offer 10.
Yeah.
That sounds fair to me.
What are we doing with our gold?
I just want a bath.
Well, never mind then. And on that note, Riz throws those 10 golds in the ocean.
You know I worship the same god, right? This is basically like a double win for me.
Well, that's fine.
You take advantage of her. You take advantage of players throwing money into prey, Ferdinand, as if you did it. Like,
You're welcome, Quasis.
She's a god of coin, and she just likes the money.
All right. New day, rolling on the table. Oh, thunderstorm again. 2 less. Let's see if you take any ship damage.
What?
Ship damage.
You're good. You can move 9 grids today. You're down to 36 food rations, which should be fine for your journey so far. You can always buy more from the market.
I do really enjoy the thunder and the rain. It's good.
How much movement was that?
That was 9.
All right. You come across relatively shallow waters, more like sandbanks and stuff like that in the middle of the ocean. Probably a soon-to-be island or one that was once an island. And Danae will look around and nod and say, "Yeah, it's been around, 50 years or so, but it seems about right. Get the pulley ready."
Yeah.
What do you say? The pulley ready?
Yep, and you can breathe underwater, right?
Yeah, I'll take a deep dive.
Yeah, it makes it way easier.
Yeah, I'll go with
Okay.
him. I'll go with him.
Yeah, okay, right. So down there, once you get below, kind of like, where it starts to get dark, you may see a little bit of a reflection. If it's not buried under sand, that's my crate. Just bring it up, hook it up, and then, we'll go through the loot. And remember, I get 50%, and you all get 50% as well.
What a
Right.
good deal.
I'll take a rope with me when I dive, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the pulley.
Yeah, that's the pulley. Alright. Polaris will tie the rope around his waist and jump off the edge of the boat. Just go.
All right.
Yeah, I was just gonna do the same, except he's gonna do like the little fall backwards with a little salute.
A little cool salute, all right. Your hat
He's gonna.
Your hat kind of rests on the waves until you come back up later. It's just kind of sitting there. So as you descend, it's not too far down, like 100 feet. You still need to, of course, be wary of, the bends when you come back up. But you do find and secure the salvage point. Because you know where it is, you've been told exactly where it is. I'm not going to need a roll for it. It's just probably 30 minutes or so later, there's a tug on the pulley.
Is it just basically like open sandy bottomed ocean or something?
Yeah, it's like sandbanks essentially, but
Okay.
it's like
Do I see
valleys.
any cool fish?
It's not really a coral reef, but you could probably see a fish here and there.
But are they cool?
Depends.
All fish are cool. Come on.
You know what? You're right. Nice.
Yeah, you kind of look around, you see a fish swimming by wearing sunglasses, and it gives you a smile. With oddly human
Nice.
teeth. Like, it just has a mouth of human teeth, and it swims away.
That is cursed, and I love it.
Alright. Yeah, 30 minutes later, this is almost like night diving because you got here at the end of your day. You pull up the massive crate with Polaris kind of like clinging to it, and then Eos as well, who comes up right underneath his hat. So as he ascends from the ocean waves, his hat just kind of lifts up of his head, and then you'll return back to the boat. You can tell that the crate it's metal, and it is locked essentially by a dwarven puzzle lock. But because you have Danae here who made this, you see him do a bunch of quick movements, and soon the crate unlocks, revealing 10,000 gold coins and what appears to be a pouch of diamond dust.
So, Dinan, I assume you were quite wealthy before the mirror incident.
Yeah, did I tell you I owned my company with my brother, and then he cheated me. I had money.
So is this like...
Does your brother
Go
still
ahead.
use the same techniques to make all the vaults?
He shrugs. It's been 50 years, I can't really confirm or deny, but I was the one who mainly made the vaults back in the day.
Oh.
Oh, so we can assume that your brother didn't update the technique, so we could raid all of his newer vaults, just, to get back at him.
I like your idea.
I mean, if you want to do the footwork and find out what companies he's worked with since, by all means, I'd be down, but that's kind of what back in the city. And I don't know about you, but I've got some people looking for me over there.
We got some future plans just in case we want to give your brother a reputation. I kind of wink at him.
I mean, it works for me. Anything that fucks with my brother works for me, after all. But here's your share. You can divvy up however you want. Use it for your ship funds, whatever. The party has gained 5,000 gold pieces total, and 300 gold worth of diamond dust, essentially for Vivify.
Awesome.
Sorry, who said Revivify?
You got pretty much the loot had 5,000 gold coins and diamond dust.
How are we managing these party funds?
It's up to you.
You're the coin cleric.
We can do 5,000 shared by 6, or we can put everything in Ferdinand's pocket if we're brave enough.
I think Ferdinand will be a good investment, but I'm also a little worried that it's going to disappear.
I am a very honorable coin cleric.
I feel like we need to write a contract, Ferdinand.
I can write the contract.
Can we state that these funds will be used for the good of the party?
Absolutely.
If he decides that something's good for the party, he can justify anything. Does it have to be like up to a vote or something?
Oh yeah, we should have it be voted on.
Oh my
That's
god,
good.
that these people are like politicians.
I just know like genie rules. If you make a contract, you can be like, "Oh, I can do this," because
I have just added 5,000 gold to my inventory.
So can I have like 100 to throw in the ocean?
No.
You've already thrown some in the ocean today.
You're right. I've been doing good.
Random, did you just add the diamond dust to my bag?
Yes, you should see it.
Yeah, cool. I am currently technically overweight. Because
That's why I put the money on the ship itself. So if you want to just take off the 5,000, it is on the ship inventory.
You used it
That's
on
actually
the
way smarter.
ship. How do I feel about that?
If you double click the token, you'll be able to see it. It's underneath cargo and crew 5,000.
It's our ship, so it's not going anywhere.
You can store anything
just
you want
for the sake
on the
of
ship.
token, right?
Yeah.
We need to get like a lockbox for it.
We need a bank.
Can we keep this treasure chest to use as a lockbox for our funds?
Can your traveling market be like used as like an investment like center or like a banking center?
No.
Aw.
In another level, however.
As for asking about the bot, Deneen will shrug and say, if you want to keep it on the ship, it is quite heavy, but sure, why not?
Heavy means that people won't be able to take it away very easily.
Alright, you take the ton, well actually it's like it's 500-pound chest and keep it on your ship. So let me add that.
Ship has a weight limit, right?
Yeah, 5 tons.
Okay.
Oh, we could store a lot of gold.
Are there
Yeah.
any magic items we want to store in there for the time being? Like the potion and stuff like that.
Looks
Like,
at
Boy,
the
that's
rod. Let's-
So, Dylan, can you show us how to lock and open this specific chest?
No.
Alright, so we're dependent on you to open and close it.
Sounds about right.
What if you
Please
die?
don't leave us.
I ain't going anywhere unless you, for some reason, kill me.
I'm gonna try and work out how to unlock it.
Alright. This is not a lockpicking thing, because this is legit a puzzle. So it's like, it's a
Yeah,
puzzle.
that's the puzzle.
It's a puzzle box, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so it's a toy.
Ferdinand, can you give me a hand with this?
Hey, wait there a second.
Absolutely.
Just start
I
like
do.
examining it
Alright.
and
Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start helping the captain with the sails so we can turn around and get out of here.
Alright. A long rest has happened, the day has passed, it is now another day. Ida and Ferdinand, you spend the majority of the night tinkering with this box as, like, you know, Danane's kind of pacing back and forth, scratching his beard like, no, they can't figure it out, they can't figure it out, no way.
I would like to mention that once the sun rises, like at sunrise, Briss takes the opportunity to stand on the deck of the ship and enjoy it.
You do so as you hear tinkering behind you.
I hear tinkering behind me. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh my god, it's taken us hours.
Listen, I mean, I think you guys should give up. I don't think you're gonna figure it out.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you like want me to
Let's-
make you some like really hefty tea or breakfast, Ferdinand?
I've got it.
The next.
You don't, even,
Oh,
you don't even speak Dwarven. What do you speak Dwarven? I mean, that's pretty much a big spot. You know, you're
the next time everyone's like gathered in one location, Eos is gonna bring up. So about that, blood and the whole monastery. Any
Just-
ideas?
What's that
Second,
about
one
blood,
second.
vampire boy?
I like to imagine we see Danane, Ida, and Ferdinand with like 5 o'clock shadow and like bags under their eyes, trying to turn the look towards Eos because they've been up all night on this chest.
Blood?
You guys okay? Everything all right in here?
Just
Very bit.
almost, and I'm just gonna. Do we get to roll anything, or is it just impossible?
You know, at the end, you do unlock it. You spent like hours doing it. It's a puzzle box, but I'll give it to you. You saw him open it like quickly, but you figured it out afterwards, but it took you a while.
And now it clicks open. It's just like, oh.
Fuck.
Oh, that's impressive.
I mean,
Oh, you got it.
I mean, I opened it before, so I mean, yeah, I probably left some marks behind. Probably couldn't have opened it if it was, you know, if I weren't here. I want to be
Uh-huh.
locked deck for a bit.
I'm gonna seal it back up. Ferdinand, did you see how to do that? And
That
just,
was super
get
easy.
into- Yeah. Okay.
I'll
So
come out
what are you
well
saying,
rested and make
Eos?
breakfast.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all get some sleep first, and then we'll talk about it later.
What? The sun just
Thank you.
rose. Day started.
Shut up.
No, they need
Wakey
sleep. not me.
wakey.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
going
they
back
need-
to life deck. Oh, but can we put the potion in there?
Yeah, if you you
DAs
should be able to
and-
click and drag things if it's in your inventory to the ship inventory if you want to keep track of it that way.
Who's-
But you could just say you had something in there.
Who's got the potion in their inventory?
I think I just have the hat.
I think Ferdinand or Eos.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I do not have it specified in my inbox.
Maybe I never. Oh no,
Really?
Eos has it. Yeah,
What do I have?
the potion of life.
Oh yeah. I have that like tucked under my pillow in my cabin or wherever I sleep on the boat.
So you don't want it? Do you want it in the in your inventory or in the chest on the boat?
If anyone finds it, they can just grab it. Like Eos doesn't really. He's not protecting it or anything. Yeah, they're just gonna like be making the beds it someday and just find it and be like, really?
We'll just
So we can
ask
put it
you
in the
where
chest on the
is.
boat, probably.
Yeah. Is there anything else we want to put in there? Just to kind of keep safe stuff that we're not using.
Got the crowns, the scepters.
Yeah, we do got our crowns. Yeah.
Rods possibly.
Yeah.
The rod of the deep.
Anything
Actually,
that, oh god,
that-
yeah.
That's a shout.
The
Anything that we're
main
not
quest
shooting
item.
to throw in there.
Are we
Technically, that is
using
being
that currently?
used. Technically, it is
Yeah.
being used.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind then.
Is Nyrune holding onto it?
Oh no, it's Ferdinand.
Can Nyrune use it?
You never asked.
We're not going to bring her with us anyway.
I'm surprised
So.
she's not very protective over this artifact that she's been across the world to get.
You guys haven't really talked to her about it. She's just been kind of vibing on the boat, just like, looking around, waiting for you to, go to the moonshore on the moonstone, but not really in a rush.
He's so chill with us just taking a whole road trip.
If you want to ask about the rod and talk, you definitely can. It's up to you what you guys want to do.
I was gonna do that actually.
Do you want to do it now as the day
Fine,
breaks?
fuck it, we'll do it now.
Alright, do you want to do
Oh,
your
we're in the
movement
mood
first?
for it anyway.
Want to do your movement first before I take you off this map?
While you're talking about it, can I grab the rod and look at it and see if I have a
No.
vision?
No.
I'm not
seen it.
asking permission.
Well, you literally did.
I'm asking the DM.
One moment.
If you, yeah, I mean, are you around the rod all the time? If it's ever like
It's
by
on
itself-
me!
Oh, okay. It's like if it's ever by itself, I might grab it.
Briggs just pickpockets like Ferdinand.
No,
passive
I'm just saying if
perception should
he
be
ever
pretty
leaves
good.
it laying on its side, I'm just gonna grab it and look at it because there's about a hubbub about this thing. I want to look at it.
Alright. As you make a direct beeline to the safe zone, something happens. You pass between rocky outcrops, not really islands, they're like kind of just like rocks in the ocean, little pillars of stone. And as you do so, whoever's on watch at the moment sees movement on the horizon as two vessels bearing pirate flags
Fuck.
come near. You have
But are
encountered
those
a ship battle.
We got
Are
some
those
Jolly
pirates we're
Rogers on
friends
the
with?
horizon, boys.
How many spell
Oh.
slots did I use on that water
We've had a
run?
long rest.
You've had a long rest since.
Oh. I'm an idiot. Okay.
If you wanted to change your spells.
I never changed them to water in the first place, so we're good.
So, I shall now explain, boat combat. Essentially, the range you can see are the ranges of your ballistas. The red circle is short range. The orange
Wait,
circle...
wait. I don't see circles. Like, I'm confused
Click
now.
off your token, you should be able to see the rest of the map.
No.
Click our token or click off of our
Click
token?
off the token.
No.
I
Oh,
see.
now I can see it.
Hmm.
Like, click and drag off your token, and
Oh,
it'll
you
show
have
you.
to. Okay, make sure when you click
Oh,
token
the
controls,
fuck?
click measurement controls.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Okay.
Click measurement controls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. So, the left is just so you have your token on the map so you can kind of, see where you are on the ship. But the actual combat happens on the right. You have the red circle, which is short range. Any, bursting, ballistas and stuff would be that range. The orange range is, mid-range, so, you wouldn't have disadvantage to hit. And past that is disadvantage with long-range weapon, like your ballistas. So, you could currently attack one of the keel boats with disadvantage, or wait until it gets within your other range. So you have, normal attack rolls. Essentially,
But we
combat-
have
Mhm.
we have access to a single long-range ballista, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
and we have access to ramming speed.
Indeed, if you want to ram, you could.
And how does this work in the sense of do we ever reach a point where it's we're gonna get boarded, we need to get into combat, or is it all?
You could, but ideally, it gets resolved before that. But there is the possibility of being boarded. But typically, smaller boats won't do that. They'll try to skirmish you instead.
Eos is going to basically just yell back to Tristan, "What's your orders, Captain?" Because this is new to him.
Prepare the ballista and man the sails. Most importantly, don't fall off.
Surely we'd prepare a long-range ballista attack for it to enter orange range.
Well, let's look. Initiative. It is loaded initially, but you will need to have 3 people on the ballista to, fire at each turn. You can have people on the sails. That'll increase your movement speed, but
There's a chance they fall off.
There's a chance that you fall off.
Eos is going to climb up to the sails.
Oh,
But
sorry.
we want people in the sails with like high decks and stuff.
I have
Probably
gust of wind if that
athletics.
helps with that.
It could be either athletics or acrobatics, but athletics would be if you're on the ground holding the rope and rigging and turning it. Acrobatics would be if you're more up there trying to keep them from untangling from fires and stuff.
What would it be for
Practically speaking,
ballista?
within
Oh.
the red area, I can also cast Eldritch Blast, or is that totally not what's applicable in this combat?
Eldritch Blast won't do enough damage against boats.
Clear.
You can never you'll never do more than like damage for the most part.
If you can identify some actual individuals on the boats, you could try to hit them with it. But that's
Yeah,
a
I'm
long
just trying
range.
to figure out
What's the
sensible.
range? It's like 120 feet, right?
Yeah, but then there's cover. Like you're not a boat, especially a keel boat, which is like a battleship. They're gonna have cover. They're not gonna be able to be hit by like cantrips.
Are we recommended to run away from this fight?
It's up to you. You could try the outmaneuver and get away, or you can try fighting. They are keel boats. They are smaller than you, but they are just about as fast. They seem to both have a ballista on the front, and that's their only weapon.
What's the distance to them?
Currently,
Like
each of you can move. Your boat can move 5 grids, presuming you have people on sails, and theirs can move 4. But you can't turn around easily in a boat. You can't go back to the grid you were before. So like you'll have to make a long turn, or you can't just go back and forth essentially. So say if you're moving in this in a straight line like that, you can't then go back the same way you came. You would have to go like
Yeah,
to another
because
grid.
you can't reverse in a boat.
Yeah, at least not in this boat.
Has the
Oh.
second screen gone dark for anyone else?
Yeah, you have to click the measurement controls underneath token controls. It should pop open, right?
Yeah, and if you
Yeah,
select the
I'm on
boat,
that.
you should be able to see from the boat's point of view as well.
If I select the boat,
Yeah, like click and drag over the token, it should give you the point of view of the boat because you can
there
round
we
it.
go. Okay, I can see again.
Yeah. But
Ah.
so yeah, pretty much your only attack action is the boat's ballista, or if they get within range, something like fireball or something that has enough damage to beat a threshold. Eldritch
Can we-
Blast wouldn't.
Can we move the boat towards one of them and then shoot?
Yeah, you could. It's like normal D&D combat. You can move and then shoot, but you just have to be within range or out of range. But we'll start initiative now. I rolled initiative, so we'll start battle.
Eos is just wherever he needs to be right now. Whatever he can use his prodigious strength for.
It is your turn.
Yeah. Oh, what was ballista? What were the rolls?
It uses
that
the
will
boat's
happen with
rolls,
that?
so it's always a +6 to hit.
Okay.
And you don't have the heavy and ballista installed. You only have the light ballista.
Okay. I'll go on the sails then, because I can go up high with my like acrobatics and stuff, I guess.
All right. So you're
Is there any particular skill necessary for manning the ballistas?
no. Pretty much, you're just working together to fire it. It doesn't use your stats; it uses the boat stats essentially.
In that case, I'll cast Cat's Grace from enhanced ability on myself and go up the sails as well.
All right. So you two are on the sails. Who's manning the ballista?
Ivis
Polaris
will
is
help.
happy to help Ivis with the ballista. Do we need another person?
Yeah, we need one more person on
Help.
the ballista.
Yeah, I'm helping on the sails, so.
All right. So 3 on the
Master?
sails. Okay. All right. So you guys can decide who. Like you can command. You can make the attack rolls. You can target like you would normally from a token, like in combat. So just decide where you want to move as a group, and then make your attack roll. One of you guys can do it.
I think let's go to the right. Let's go towards the right boat and try and get just them in range. Because if we just head this way, then we should be able to get them in range and then get out of range of the other one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, we can try to get behind cover. Oh wait, no, we won't
Would-
be able to.
Would fog cloud help to like disguise us or anything, or is that like it take 20 feet? I think
Your
Is it
boat's way
too
too
small?
big for fog cloud to
Yeah.
hide it all. If you could be skilled
I'd
up,
like to-
maybe, but your boat's like
Oh,
120,
okay.
100 something feet long and 20 feet wide.
Yeah.
How far can we go again?
5 squares. Or 5 grids.
So if we head here, then that should get us in range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll be right back. A moment as you move. You should be able to move.
I'll measure and then someone else can move it. And then we shoot at that one, I guess.
The one on the left, you mean?
On the right. Top right.
Alright, so you moved. Did you target?
We move, target, but how do we fire?
You should be able to use it from like the sheet. I don't know if you can use the grid, the actual HUD for it, but underneath features, or you should be able to use features long range like listed while you have it targeted.
I personally cannot then click on the crew action or like an actual action.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
someone did, I think.
I was able to, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright. You fire the ballista and it goes soaring and hits the keelboat, but it's kind of grazes off of its side. It does not seem to beat the threshold to actually cause damage. And I imagine that is your turn. Because you moved and you used your action.
Okay.
Alright. From far away, you hear the screeching noise of bolts being fired towards you. A disadvantage to hit. A big bolt embeds itself into the the off side of your hole. It is now your turn.
Oh. Yes, rude.
Should we keep chasing down the other one?
Fire!
Alright. Yeah, you fire the ballista, hitting
Yes.
true. You see planks explode and go skyward. Was that all your movement, or was that only 4? Do you want to move any more,
Yeah, I
or are
can
you
move
good
one.
there?
You want to go a little bit more, guys?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
It's nice that we're all shoot first, ask questions later.
Well, they are flying, raiding flags. They are here to, raid.
Oh no.
Is the manning the sails doing anything?
Yeah, that's why you have 5 movement speed.
Okay, cool.
A hit, but it scratches against your hull. It does not seem to be a direct hit.
Oh, it came very close for comfort.
Can we board them?
I think technically, but if we do, we probably don't want to do like the first ship. We want to keep that for the second.
To give you a size of the skill of this vessel, there's only a couple pirates on board, but it is it's like half the size of your ship essentially. It's made to be like an assault vessel. If you did board it, you would kind of be sitting ducks for the other one that would keep pelting your ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is your turn.
Is there? Should we duck behind line of sight from these rocks? and
These
then shoot?
these rocks are line of sight, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we can be out of line of sight of the other ship and then fuck this boy up.
Sounds good.
I mean, honestly, if we really wanted to, we could just drive up to them and board them and beat the hell out of them. But
So what we could do is go down 4 or go up 2. I don't think what we just discussed, boarding the first ship, is not really a good option because it leaves us as sitting ducks for the other ship.
I think we keep
Hmm.
approaching them though. Keep on the offensive because they're not going to know what we're trying to do, and it will freak them the fuck out. So
Yeah.
I think we'll do better if we get closer. And then there's also that nice double thing of rocks that we can use for line of sight.
So move up 1 or 2 to break line of
I
sight.
think 2. Move up 2 just to here.
And shoot.
Yeah, and then shoot.
All right, you land a hit on the kill boat, but it kind of slants off against the boards again. It does not seem to be a direct hit.
Do we want to move or stay there, guys?
I think stay there.
I mean, we want to keep up speed, don't we? It makes us harder to hit, or does that matter?
It will matter eventually, but right now it's just kind of introduction. It's not something that would happen in
Okay,
this fight.
cool. Okay. We gotta beat the Somalis, guys. Come on, the pirates. You ever seen those images of the dudes just driving towards the cargo ships in little boats?
I'm the captain now. Poor guys.
All right, another hit. Not enough to make anyone on the sails have to make any checks yet, because you're still above half HP, but it does cause the ship to shake a bit, as another ballista kind of hits above deck.
Making athletics checks, I'm not up in the scales, in the sails. I'm pulling on the ropes at the bottom. Is that useful for turning it later, or is that just, I don't know.
Movement speed is turning, essentially.
Okay.
Nice.
A critical hit as you fire this ballista. I imagine the one that you've been shooting this entire time.
Yes.
Alright, it's below half HP. Its movement speed is halved.
Okay, where do we want to move, boys, or try and sit here?
Do we try and finish off this one, or do we try and, now it's slow, we can maybe try and outmaneuver it and take down the other one?
Is there any benefit to taking these guys and getting their ship, or sinking them?
Out
Or
of character, the reward is the same regardless.
Okay, so we could basically cripple them and dip out.
Well, you still need to win the fight if you want loot, but yes, the reward, if you destroy the ships, you still get loot that floats up.
Oh, okay.
Do we
Okay,
keep
well,
the
let's-
ship?
Yeah, beat the hell out of them.
You can keep the ship, but usually it's only when it's an upgrade. These ships are very they're tiny, they're gonna be, you can't man them and bring them back. You don't have enough crew for more than
Okay.
one.
Yeah, do we keep chasing this one down, or do we move on to the other one? We could just stay where we are and then just keep pinging away at him.
Yeah, because we don't see the other one. We're hidden from him at least.
Yeah.
This guy may go try and hide away now. Okay, let's stay here then.
Alright. As it kind of dips away behind a pillar, it lets out one normal shot, which critically hits your ship back in return.
Oh no.
You see the ballista kind of ran itself into the lower decks, causing the whole ship to shake and tremble. Alright. It is now your turn yet again. You're not slowed yet.
Up and to the right, maybe?
Go to the right.
Yeah, there, we can see it.
Ah, it's fucking right there!
So one more across and we should be able to hit it.
We're going to try to aim for this guy again.
Yeah.
Just quick check. how much faster are we faster than those pirate keelboats?
By 1 speed, yes.
We have taken a decent amount of hits. An alternative tactic is just to like start moving away and shoot back.
Well, that one is slowed. We could shoot at the other one until it gets slowed as well.
Because it's tempting to crush him, but we're also approaching half health.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe we should slow the other one and then see how we're doing there. So in that case, let's try and take a shot off at the other one and then get below this pair of pillars. And that should block line of sight for the other pirate killboat. So if we shoot that one, we can then move down to like here or here. And then that should block line of sight for the other one. And then we've only got one shooting at us at a time. After we will make the shot first before we move.
Oh no, I'm saying this is our original position,
Yeah.
so we can't see them. But we can't just go. I don't think we can.
No,
You
if
moved,
you
you moved
shoot
there,
that
essentially,
one-
so you moved there, right there.
Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, we've still got enough space to get back down here afterwards.
Okay, we'll shoot at that one.
So shoot you the one on the left. Alright. A hit. So remember, you can't go back to the square you were, but you can turn around essentially and go adjacent to it.
She may be there because that's blocking line of sight of both. Like the last one, because that was blocking both, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll get around, but yeah.
Actually, yeah, one more across, then that means they won't even be able to get into line of sight, will they? They'd have to move further than they can.
Hmm.
Okay, sounds good here.
Alright.
Lagging, but it's moving at least.
A 14 it does hit for 21. Doesn't deal damage though. Does not beat your threshold, as it kind of a long shot skims along the entire length of your hole and like hits the rock behind you.
So I'm thinking we go down and to the left while we shoot at this one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright. Iris, you're on the ballista too, like with Polaris and Astrid, so you're kind of working together. I imagine you're the one doing the cranking actually to load it, while Polaris is kind of like putting it in and Astrid's like taking the shot.
Yeah, I'm definitely not shooting because you know.
You can't see the onset. Yeah, you're going to be able to.
Is it over there?
You're doing great.
Loose, barely hitting the threshold. Isn't that your turn?
Yes, moved and shot.
Double checking their line of sight. Yeah, they can see you. And they're within distance. The far killboat, the one that you've crippled, fires a shot, but it kind of lands a couple meters out of range.
Okay.
Gonna shoot first and then.
Second one's still moving.
Ah, my bad.
It's gonna take a shot. But misses.
Down to here maybe, and then shoot.
Well, I can see him right now. We can shoot and then move, I guess, for safe. Make sure.
Whichever.
Oh, no, he's blocked by a wall. So maybe we move up and then shoot.
No, but if we just move down to here, we'll be able to see them from the bottom. If we just head straight this way, that will block lives up to the other one, but we'll be able to get full line of sight. There, yeah.
There we go.
No, back one.
We go back when I can't see him, I think.
Yeah, we can see him. This one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A hit. Almost nearly point blank. You can almost see the pirates on the other ship running about, manning their deck, as you let loose a bolt from the ballista that hits their lower deck. You see one of their sails kind of unfrail and kind of almost fall as their speed is reduced. Alright, that was
Can
your
we
turn.
take the dash action?
You cannot take the dash action on the boat now. You can't double time your speed when you're a boat.
We're just shooting the ballista straight behind us to get the extra speed.
Like rocket jumping.
Yeah.
Right, second one. Can't see you. Just crippled, it moves to the left. And a crit on your ship for
Oof.
36 damage.
Fuck me!
Oh,
Now we're crippled.
Yeah, you are now half speed, and those on sails, they need to make your check. So athletic from Eos, and those who are actually up on them, and need acrobatics.
Okay, acrobatics. Does my enhanced ability
Yeah,
work with that? Or is
It gives you advantage, yeah, it should. Ida, as one of your sails starts to fall, you run along it, almost like with the agility of a cat, as you kind of jump, take one of the falling ropes and swing across to the other sail. Ferdinand,
Nice.
similarly, while Ida takes the high road, you take the falling, low road, kind of descending down to the ground and, kind of swirling around the last sail you have. Eos did not make his check.
I'm working on it, sorry.
Oh, that's okay, yeah, just athletics.
Yeah.
Eos, as the rope starts to go away, you dig your heels in to the deck and strain your muscles, keeping some of the rigging from coming apart on the other sail. You still have a bonus to your movement, which is why you have 3 instead of 2. It is now your turn.
Is it any harder for them to shoot through their ally?
No.
Okay.
Not for ships this small. If there was actually a galleon, then yes. But these are relatively smaller ships.
See, if we head in a straight line down to the right, if we just try and keep this thing still in line, head to there or there. Yeah, and then it's still blocking that line of sight, and then we can keep shooting that one. We can't move as far, can we?
Only 3.
3. That's 3. 1, 2,
Yep.
3.
Okay.
Alright, you turn your ballista as you make way to the south. Missing.
It was bound to happen eventually.
Pull me up next to him, I'll take him out myself.
Oof.
24. The one in the back seems to be watching the fight at this point, unsure if it should commit or not with its damage sails, but the one near you is committed.
Maybe we should start pushing closer to it and try and board it.
Solid hit. Both your ships are starting to fall apart at the riggings, at the seams. Alright, you have one more square you can move, if you wish.
Go one to the right.
Okay.
Anyone know a way to get me over there real quick?
Swim for it.
Oh my god, we're so fucked. this was a quick lesson on sticking to the safe route.
A small hit. Your ship shudders and creaks and groans. You hear your dear captain, as he's just kind of manning it. Tristan goes, "No, lass, don't fall apart yet." As he's kind of like trying to keep the rudder turn in the right direction as you command him. It's now your turn. A relatively close shot. Their boat starts to creak and groan as it's on its last, I would say, legs, but boats don't have any.
Come on, boys and girls.
An attack at disadvantage, because technically it's outside of max range. Just goes sailing. It lands like further past you, around 100 feet to your south. Double checking. That shouldn't be a hit. It should not be a hit. It doesn't matter because it doesn't do enough damage, but your AC should be 15, so that is a miss.
Alright, cross your fingers.
No.
Alright. Firing crew. Your ship has lost a sail. You're humbled and crippled as your ship sails towards cover. Ibis, Polaris, and Astrid, you make aim and fire a bolt straight at their stern, essentially destroying the core of their ship. You see the pirates kind of dive out into the water, trying to avoid falling timber and shards of wood, essentially, as the ballista rips their ship apart. You're unsure if any survived, but one thing you're certain of is that this boat is now defeated.
I'm not sure if I'm happy, but we survived,
Right.
I guess.
Now it's time for me to see if the other one wants to keep fighting or not.
Where's the white flag? We can wave it.
Knowing when to take a loss, they start to retreat. It's up to you if you wish to keep the fight going, though.
No.
No.
We're just like, yeah, you better run. Please don't turn around.
Maybe we take like a pot shot warning shot, but don't actually try and hit him.
Alright, you fire a warding shot that hits a nearby pillar and they sail away. Congrats, you won one of the easier ship battles, despite not having any ship
Oh my
battles.
god, one of the easier ones.
We need to get back to the market and get that other ballista fitted, because Jesus. If we had 2 ballistas, that would have been a lot easier, I think.
Yeah, your current ship can have 1 long range and 2 short range. So you can go into almost melee range, essentially, just blast them if you got them.
Do we need 3 people manning each of those?
Yes. Well, 2 for the short range, 3 for long range.
Okay.
Can our, like, dwarf and stuff help man it?
Yeah. They'll just be at risk of, death.
Yeah, that's
So they
fine.
can man it, though. Alright, the question is, do you take the time to try to loot, essentially, as your ship is, like nearly destroyed? I want to know if you want to take time to essentially, use your pulley and get some loot from the salvage.
I think so. What do people think?
Yeah, we should. It's
Yeah.
our first boat win. We should get the reward.
Alright,
Might
so your max movement speed until you repair your ship is 5 squids a day.
Well, we're gonna take
It's a good thing
What
we were
loot do we
intending to
get?
go to that market.
One sec, I'm getting the trade loot, so it's just gonna take me a while to add them.
I'll
Oh,
go
the
back.
market's so far away.
You can move and stuff and talk, I just have to add them to your ship and, figure out how much is each.
That's 5.
At least we've got the safe zone all the way back now.
Yep, that's true. We'll take the safe route.
Oh wait, you guys are moving way more than you can. Where were you going? That was still your day. You moved 3 to get to where you were. We'll put you back. So you moved 3 to get here. You have 2 more for the day to move.
Oh, so we're not quite on the safe route yet.
No, but that's the route we took to get to the salvage.
Oh, true. But yeah, stuff might move around though. Like,
That should be the 5, so that's 1 day.
And then I think the ship had... Alright. From the ship, you looted 1,000 essentially 1,000 pounds of cinnamon, 100 pounds of linen, and 500 pounds of flour.
Can I grab the Jolly Roger they were flying?
Yes?
Trophy acquired.
Gonna hang that in your room?
Yes. I'm gonna basically cut out just around the Jolly Roger. I'm gonna like put it not in the room, but like on the main, like in the main, like below deck of the ship. Basically with a knife through it. It's like that's one.
So, not only is your ship damaged, you get into a thunderstorm on your way back. Please move up to 3 grids for this day.
Oh my god!
And then all the
We
deduct...
can move 3.
Yes, and you are going to be burning through the rations, especially.
I'll go on food duty.
You're currently down to 9 food rations. And give me a second, water would be down to 82, minus another 9 would be 73. So you have 9 food rations, which is enough for 1 more day, and 73 water rations.
I cannot conjure food. I can only conjure water, I think.
it's a 3rd level spell, isn't it? Conjure food and drink.
Oh yeah, I can create food and water. Yeah, I can do that.
Right. How much rations does the spell give?
Enough to sustain 15 humanoids or 5 states for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. So I think basically if I just do it daily, 1 spell, we're good.
Correct. You can also use your market if you want to buy rations for 2 rations per 1 gold. But you could also cast a spell if you just want to do like it every day until you get to like a shot. If you
I think
get somewhere.
for now, I'll just do a daily create food in the morning.
Okay, I'll freeze where you are now then, because that'll be enough to keep you tided over each day. Okay, you moved your 5s grid for the day.
Yep.
All right, here we go again. Hey, high winds. 2 more. You get to move 7. Eos, you need blood.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But we all know now, so you can just...
Ivan still doesn't know.
No, you've got a nice deal sorted, so...
What?
At this point, like, Eos is never gonna ask to, like, do it. He's just kind of chilling, and then he's gonna feel like shit. Exhaustion gain increase. Double water rations. Eos is feeling absolutely miserable.
The sun is scorching down Ida and Eos as it is double. Almost, it's annoying normally, but it's so hot out right now. It is like there's no wind. It's humid. It's clinging. The hat does nothing.
Is just staying right at the bottom of the ship, as far away from the sun.
Like I'm curled up in like a corner, down like below a desk somewhere at the bottom of the ship, just feeling miserable.
I'll can't
Hey,
just see
Astrid,
how...
how about like a water fight? It's amazing.
Thank you.
Is that why we use double water rations?
What? No, using seawater.
There's this Ferdinand in the background summoning forth this water and food every day and just seeing half of it go to waste.
Oh my god.
So would it be pretty obvious when me and Eos are just down, hiding away from the sun, how shit shape he seems to be in?
Yes.
I gain like an extra exhaustion level as soon as that happens, basically.
What? What's up with you?
Been like this my whole life.
Blood, you mean?
Yep.
I offer my arm.
I blame my mother.
Alright. You guys took
Yeah,
a
I
week.
offer my arm to you.
It's gonna hurt, but I'll take a bite.
Alright. Are you refilling today, or was that a couple days back?
I would actually need to tar
We've
on.
been the scorching heat one.
Okay. So
I would, yeah, I would need to target you, so I'll wait until we're actually like.
So, roughly a week's days like worth of travel essentially has happened as you limp back to the wandering market. You pull into port very slowly, creaking. Some of your mast falls off even more as you kind of turn the corner. You can kind of see
Classic.
people looking at your ship that was patched up by Danan and everyone else on board, like with like makeshift planks so you don't sink.
And a bunch of mending spells that probably have like their limits.
Yeah, exactly. You can't restore like something that big with mending. But, almost like a porcupine, you arrive with like several ballista like bolts just like embedded in your ship's hull. In one moment, let me load the map.
Yeah, that could have gone worse or better.
So you'll take 5 damage, by the way.
Cool. I imagine we've had a long rest before we ever got here, so I'm not going
Yes.
to bother doing
Most
it.
likely. I would be very
Um,
thankful. I would be like I would be very appreciative. It's like fuck.
Just to kind of
Like, yeah.
distract myself from the pain while you're doing it, I'd be like, your mother? So your mother was a vampire?
As far as I'm aware, she didn't leave me with much. My dad raised me, at least until he died.
How old were you?
5? I think.
Is that... How do you end up in the pits from there, if you don't mind me asking?
Small pale bully needs blood to live. Wasn't really a choice for adoption.
So it was pretty much... Were you in like a... Was it pretty much at 5 you got put in the pits?
I started fighting when I was about 8, I think.
That's young even for a human, right?
Even for a human, yo.
Yeah.
Like a puppy.
But the good thing about the pits is that nobody questioned when I bit people.
I suppose that seems like a hard life.
Why do you think I'm very happy to not be in Red Wave anymore? I also want to burn it to the ground, but that's another story.
I was going to say there's worse places than Redwave, but I'm not actually sure about that.
Alright. You pulled into port. Now you're at the markets. You can do, shopping. You can sell the trade goods you got. You can go, visit people. So the repair your ship is going to be 1 times how much health you lost, essentially. So let me look how much money you're going to need to pay to repair.
Good thing we got 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
What loot did we get from the ship as well?
It's in your cargo.
Oh, okay, I can see.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
cinnamon and things like that.
I think I made a circle. Oh no.
So each of the cinnamon is pretty much worth a gold. You can sell it. Linen is around 5 gold each, and flowers and cinnamon is 2 gold per, flowers 2 gold per, linens are 5 per. So you pretty much have 2,000, 3,000, 3,500 gold from that battle, and your ship needs 149 hit points restored, which is 745 gold.
Pretty should probably talk to the at least the locals and see what makes us less appealing to pirates. I'm assuming more ballista, maybe.
Yeah, we get better
Yeah.
armed.
This heavy ballista fitted and maybe get some more.
Yeah, you can see Tristan is already on it. He's talking to some like of the dock crew, getting some payments ordered and some, and they're going to be refitting and taking the light one and putting the heavy one on, and pretty much selling the light one essentially.
So where was the other upgrades we could get again?
If you go to Journal, Wet Docks.
Wet docks. Because at the minute we've got silk sails. Have we got anything else on at the minute?
You have the salvage pulley.
Okay. So, what stuff should we get? Do you want to get armor plating or?
So, we're not necessarily smuggling anything, so we don't need the ports. Glass bottom's kind of useless.
I presume you guys want me to sell the goods, right? So you can you're gonna be selling it. I will just give you the money.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we should buy a bunch of rations and water. And maybe some
Wait.
other thing.
So we can't. Would mid range take over our long range ballista slot?
Yes.
Okay, so we want short range stuff.
How much does a reinforced hull cost? Is it worth getting? 25,000 gold, but I don't want to be out there in a crippled ship again.
I mean, just armor plating would be a good start.
So damage threshold means it would have to do at least 20 damage for it to count against your ship.
Yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? That would have saved a fair amount of damage that
We've already got the silk sails, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the base cost of our ship again?
10,000.
So for 3k, we could get armor plating.
Yes.
I think that's worth.
I think that's worth.
Good idea.
How
Does
much
it slow
we
us
get?
down at all?
What was that?
Does it slow us down at all?
No. It'll say if it slows you down on the thing. It does.
Okay.
And then
So, for going to the place Narun needs, we will need a reinforced hull and an alternative form of propulsion. So we're thinking about the reinforced hull right now, right?
We're looking at armored plating right now over reinforced hull, because reinforced hull is very expensive.
Yeah, sure. Just thinking of where we of the main quest.
Down the
For the
line,
main
we're gonna need that reinforced hull.
Yeah, so I'm just putting out there that at some point we will need a reinforced hull.
how much
do it
money do
now.
we even have right now?
Well,
In the ship, you have 7,755 gold. You're going to get some from selling the light ballista, which I'm calculating right now.
I'm sitting on a fair amount of plat.
do we want to stick with this ship forever, or do we want to save for a shiny new one?
Because yeah, that's the thing. Is if we get reinforced hull for this, if we get ballista, I think that armor plating we should.
What's the
probably
price of a new ship around here?
I don't
DM?
think.
After you get reputation, depends. You want an upgrade, in terms of a bigger ship?
Just a general price overview of what we're looking at.
If you want an actual improved ship, it's probably gonna be 50k,
Ooh,
and that's after you get the reputation. But it's not gonna have any upgrades on it.
we're working on it. We got a pirate lord that we're doing jobs for.
And also keep in mind that any future upgrades for that ship would have the cost of the ship for
Exactly.
the thing. So it'll be expensive, but it'll be base better, but it won't have any of the big upgrades you have. But you can carry over cells, but it would still have to be fitted.
If we sell our current ship, any upgrades we make will essentially be adding to the value, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you say sell when it's rented. In quotation marks. It's technically not
I-
Rune's ship. which is being rented from Tristan.
They do armor plating sounds good. Not too many of their attacks were more than 20.
How much is
so-
armor plating going to cost us?
3,000.
That's not bad at all. We'll do that. That's a good idea. The new ballista and armor plating should keep us safe from what we just encountered. Hopefully.
So I've got like 5k in my just personal funds. What does everyone else have?
How much is a platinum piece again?
100.
100?
I thought it's
Wait.
10. I thought it was Electrum that was 100.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Electrum's 100. Platinum is only 10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got about
Electrum
3,000
did you
gold. I
throw in
think.
the sea, by the way?
So I have
I'm sitting on
3,000 gold here as well.
Like 5.5k. So I think with our funds and what roughly everyone has in their pockets, we can already get quite close to what we need.
I've
And
got 5.2k right now.
we've got another couple of quests lined up potentially. So I think we're good if we just take the armor plating now. And like those
Yeah.
Much as
What's
Eos is going to be cagey with his gold because he wants more graphs.
Random, if we get the armored plating, do we have to replace that by the reinforced hull or do they stack?
They stack.
nice.
Oh, that's nice.
So- What should we get for the close range weapons? Because I think we should at least buy one close range ballista as well. To fit in our other port, don't you think?
Yeah, so we can do one main top deck and 2 side slots.
Keep in mind, the close range ones don't deal less damage, they can only be used in short range, essentially. That's the downside. So they still do a lot of damage, just if they get close.
Which, if we play on our party's strength of driving up to them and jumping on board and beating the hell out of them, we might actually do okay.
So something we will also need probably is the E for core and the E for supported ship sailing. So I'm just putting out there things we will need for the final goal, which shouldn't stop you from buying other things, but
If I'm putting an ether core on the ship, I kind of want a new ship, but it is a good idea.
what's wrong with
I
this
think-
ship?
I think for now, let's get stuff that we can like move between. Other than the, I think we need the armor plating because we got fucked in that last thing.
I think it's
and
not.
that-
Yeah.
I think it's not worth it trying to focus on the next ship right now. There's a lot we can do to improve this, and any future ships are going to be very expensive and out of our reach anyway.
Yeah, but I do think it's worth us getting like. I think we should prioritize getting one short range thing over maybe like the other.
What does the new ship? What does a new ship come with? Because like, if we buy a new ship and it just makes all of our upgrades fairly obsolete for less money.
I can neither confirm nor deny that until you get the reputation to get the ship. Because you're not buying like a fresh ship, you're buying a pirate vessel essentially.
Yeah,
But we would never be able to part with our dear friend Tristan Poor.
he can come with us.
Also, a bigger ship might need more crew,
It
and
would
all
definitely need
sorts
more
of
crew,
similar things.
yeah.
So it's both in reputation as well as like logistically and money-wise out of our reach. So just focus on this.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like,
so
yeah,
let's
it's like
put
something you could build towards, but it's not something that's going to be easy to get. But it would be worth it, but crew size is probably going to be doubled. So you would have to hire NPC, like crewmen, like to like man things for you.
Okay with that.
The ship you have right now is perfect for like the small crew thing. You could get a couple more crew members if you wanted, but it's not necessary. It will, unless if you get a couple more ballistas, then it would be.
So
So
Have
our
you-
side slot, are we filling that with something?
I think so. So how much have you already taken off our money for the armor plating yet?
Yes, yeah, you're at 6,755.
Okay, so we've got 6,000 gold left to potentially spend. Close range burster ballista could be good, or we could top it up with our individual party funds and just go all the way up to like a destroyer or piercer ballista.
Some of those won't fit your ship because of just like some things require like a certain tier. I don't know if I listed those or not, but let me double check.
Okay,
Seeing
what can
when
we
we-
fit?
You can easily fit up to it's close range ones. Let me double check.
Close range heavy might be alright.
You can,
That
you
would
can go up
actually
to
be a
burster.
fairly
That is
good
half-
idea.
Oh,
You can go up to burster on your current ship. From short.
I mean, burst we get attacked 3 times, but it takes an extra turn to reload. But like,
Yeah, but so this
I like-
takes 1 or 2 crew members to man. So we've got 3 on the heavy ballista, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
1 on the close range ballista.
If you don't want to fire every turn, you would only do 1. It'd be 1 every other turn if you only have 1 in the short range.
And then we need people in the sails as well. And there's like what 6 of us.
2 sail slots per. So essentially, if you had 4 people on sails, we'd have +2 movement instead of +1. You have
Okay.
NPCs essentially that can help.
Yeah,
but
we
you
have Nyrune and Dinian if we need them.
You have 9 people on your ship right now. So if you want to go fully manned, you could have 7 total manning the guns, 1 on the helm, and then 1 just running around.
I think we should just only get 1 close range ballista for now. I think. So I think it's just a question of
Yeah.
whether you're not heavy or burster, really.
What's the difference?
So heavy does more damage on a single shot, so it does 60-10, and it costs 3,000. Burster, we can attack 3 times, and each one does 3d10, but it takes an extra turn to reload. But we get 3 attacks.
They're both short range, right?
Yes.
So what we can do is that we can basically have everyone on the sails until we get into close range, and have someone run over, shoot the burster, and hopefully by then they're dead.
Well, the only thing I don't like about the burster is you have to hit a certain threshold of damage, or you don't do anything.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Smaller the ship, the less threshold it has, essentially.
No, let's go for the heavy then.
I'd say heavy. It's both cheaper and it'll have an easier time breaching the threshold.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that makes
That's
sense.
a good idea.
Do you want a close range heavy ballista installed?
Yes,
Yes.
Dad.
Alright, 3,000 gold.
Yep.
You're now down to 3,755 of your, cargo money.
We can hold on to that for now, right, guys?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Like, cargo capacity, I don't think we need. We've got the pulley. Do we have a ram already?
You don't have a ram, but any ship can ram. It just won't do as much
A ram
damage.
just makes us take half damage, which is not a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah, and grappling hooks. Are they a thing, or can we just board when we get up close to people?
Grappling hooks are a thing. You can also just get close. If you're ramming someone, you're going to be able to board them.
I mean, that could be good for us, and it's cheap, relatively speaking.
This ship in front of Eos here, whose is this? Is this the big boy ship?
Well, I'll get into once we're done doing this ship thing. I imagine you guys are going to walk around and roleplay, but we're currently doing things on the back end.
So, 5%. What was the base cost again? Where do I find that description? 10,000. So yeah, it'd be 500 gold for a ram. I feel like that makes sense, right?
Wait, you want a ram as well?
Yeah, 500 gold.
Don't we
What do we
already have Oh, because we've got a ramming ability, but that is without an actual ram.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
So it reduces the damage we take by half of the to half of the
damage
damage.
inflicted. Are we sure we should even be doing this?
Well, if we want to board people, and it deals an additional 2d8 points of damage.
I mean, for the 500 gold, sure. I'm not super keen on ramming things.
I think I'd rather not ram things because you have to get it in very close range as well.
With 500 gold, Doesn't hurt to have it.
But also, like, close range is good for us because then we can board, and I figure we'll do pretty well on the boarding side of things. Also, you get to yell ramming speed.
You do.
That is
I mean,
fine.
we can take it, but I just want to emphasize, I am not in favor of then going into every ship combat encounter just aiming to ram whatever
No,
lands
no,
in front
that's
of
like a last resort, really. Like, if we're getting the shit beat out of us and we need to board and equalize, ramming is probably a good idea. Like, if we can't outrun and escape, we may need to just go down, like, basically brawling at that point.
All right, so 500 gold for Ram.
I feel like we would only ram if we're only facing a single opponent as well.
Yes.
Or we've already disabled the other one, and the other one's starting to win against us, then we can equalize with a good
Yeah.
old-fashioned beat down.
Okay.
Last resort. It's a 500 gold insurance policy if we need it, basically.
I mean, yeah, let's just put it on.
This is
I
not
guess.
the kind of insurance policy I normally get, but sure.
You don't get Rams as insurance?
All right. So over the course of this long rest, you won't be doing it yourself, but you'll be seeing like a bunch of stuff being added to your ship. You'll be seeing the repairs going on, magic being cast to restore your, the holes and stuff. You'll see armor plating being slammed on and nailed in. You'll see a ballista being swapped out and another one being added to your side. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all you got. Yeah. So, to better answer Eos, who's gone off on his own again, as I go find him.
I'm exploring. All the shipbuilding stuff isn't for me. That's for the rest of the party.
All right, I'll move you back because you would have been stalked by Nyrune as you got that close.
Oh yeah, I stopped. It's not my turn.
I accidentally created an aura.
Scrolls back.
I did the same thing before because I was still on measuring tools from the bullfight.
Auras are cool.
Thank you.
Alright. As you all came into dock, I'll tell you what you saw as you're, dealing with the logistics and stuff. Parked, essentially, anchored here, is a ship that you haven't seen before. It seems to be of elven make, but it is, it's more like a tree than a boat. It is shaped in a boat, but you can see trees and grass and flowers growing alongside of it, vines clinging to it. The sails are made out of some sort of strange earth-like material. It is definitely a living boat, and it is the size of a galleon or bigger. It is definitely an intimidating boat. You can see on its sides, kind of like ballistas, but instead they are massive, and they seem to be shooting barbs.
Jesus.
And that is where Eos is currently looking, with Nyrune, who's also there, and kind of like staring at the boat. But before
He's just gonna kind of just like, he's gonna like saunter up next to her, just kind of whistle and be like, "Wow, quite the ship."
Indeed, it seems a bit sad as well, but I'm fine from watching from afar.
I'm not sure what's sad about it.
You can't feel it?
Can Eos feel anything from the ship?
No.
No, he can't. Just like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
A pity. And she'll just kind of like sit there and like kind of look back and like, kick her legs up the side of the port and kind of just watch the ship a bit. Alright, as that's happening, so I guess one by one, I see that Ibis wants to go to the church. So, Ferdinand... Oh, yes, sir? Anything else? Ibis was going to go ask what everyone else was going to do, too. I thought you wanted to go there.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I figured we were all going here eventually.
Okay. Is there
Yeah,
anywhere...
I'd all go there as
We'll
well.
have a spa
with
day.
Ibis. Oh, spa day also sounds good though.
Yeah, let's go.
Spa day.
Alright, so immediately forgetting about the reason they came to the market, half the party goes to a spa day.
Can we do
Good.
our reputation shopping here, or is that only in Red Wave Bay?
Only in Red Wave Bay, essentially, so you would have to go back.
Well, we have there's unique rep here and in Red Wave, isn't there?
The rep gained is shared, but the shop isn't here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
So
I
everything-
cannot
We're going-
buy health tonics and that
I mean-
kind of shit.
Yeah.
We're going on the infamous route anyways, so.
All right.
So, if I were to want information in this city, would I go to a bard or?
Depends on the tier of information you want. You could. There's no harm starting at the bar, but there's not like there's going to be an information broker here. But
You know, do you think there would be a bard, like a performer and lore teller in the local tavern here?
depends on your luck.
Oh, you're teasing me, and I'm gonna try and go to the tavern to see if there's a storyteller.
All right. I'll move you there in a sec. Let me
Thank you.
the DM's least favorite part of a session. Everyone's running off different places,
Mhm.
and I only have one camera.
No.
Ida, you went to the spa.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ferdinand's going to church. All right, Ferdinand's going by the church. Ferdinand's going to the Anchor's house. Okay. He's running around the tree. He sees Eos and Nyrune.
I do need to chat with Nyrune at some point, but I'll do that when Eos is gone.
Well, no, I would have kept moving after I looked at the show.
Excellent.
All right, let's start with the church first, and I'll make my way up. Ivis, you enter the church to Goesis.
Yes. Yes, I do.
The Asmar priest is here praying, and he recognizes your arrival, and he'll finish his prayer and then turn around. How can I help you today?
Well, I wonder if you could give me some information about Fodor.
Fadir the Cleanser, yes, he's not my primary god, but I am well versed in his duties. What do you wish to know?
Well, some of my associates have been charged with the duty from him. And I thought since you are priest, you might have some insight.
What do you mean when you say charged with a duty? How so?
Well, a duty is, you're given a task.
I acknowledge that much, but how were they given this task?
Apparently a vision in a well of blood. It really would have been better if one of them came here. Oh well.
Indeed. I can tell you what I can, but if they had a vision, they got it for a good reason. Fadir does not merely hand out quests and jobs, if you would call them that, to just anyone. Only those most capable. Those who can get the deed done. Specifically those who can do good in the world. Are you sure it was actually Fadir who talked to them and not one of his agents? One of his angels?
They gave me the impression it was Verdure.
Interesting.
And then a totally unrelated question, what do you know about the monastery?
Which one?
The one to the northwest, or east. Where everyone's blindfolded?
Oh, that place. I don't know much, I haven't been there myself. As you know, the wandering market, well, it wanders. We're just in this part of the sea for a couple months and then we'll be back out to the far west.
You know where the...
Sorry, go on. I did not mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you know where the market's going to end up, but no, go on what you're saying about the monastery.
Only that it is honorable. I've met a few adventurers who claim to have been from there. Other than that, I know that the headmaster, essentially, of the school, the monk school, there, passed 5 years ago. That's it, though. I mean, they seem to be doing quite well. No trouble from them.
Is there anybody who used to go to the monastery that might be here in the Wandering Market?
Like,
He shakes
hold
his
on.
head.
Out of character, they said the headmaster passed 5 years ago?
Yes.
That doesn't line up with what they told us. Think.
Note.
Look at your notes.
Yeah, I don't remember, but if you say so, maybe. But yeah, is there anybody who used to be at the monastery that might be here in town or
My
market?
apologies. I do not know. If they are, they have not come to the chapel.
Do you know of anyone else who has recently visited the monastery?
He shakes his head.
Do you know what sort of spell would cause a large area of people to be delusioned?
Powerful magic? Most definitely, if it's a large-scale spell. I do not know of any myself. I despise magic that messes with the mind and free will. But that would have to be powerful magic, most likely by someone well-versed in spellcasting.
Or perhaps a demon might be capable of doing it?
At the mention of a demon, the Asmar before you kind of scours, not at you, but at the actual word itself, like the concept of demon. It would not be beyond their infernal power. And if it was Fadur who gave your friends their vision, it was most likely something of some sinister outsider at work, be it one of them or others, from the hells or from beyond.
Do you know a way to have resistance to any of their influence?
Simple spells such as protection from evil and good do wonders. Other than that, anything that can protect your alignment, you don't want to be corrupted by them. Merely being near one of them can cause your soul to become more aligned with theirs, to become corrupted, evil.
Hmm. Anyone else have questions?
Looks around behind him, and there's just
Yeah.
the empty church.
That's my line of questioning. I guess we can move on to someone else.
All right. Do you wish to join me in a prayer?
Yes.
Tell me,
Sure.
who is your patron god?
The shepherd.
Ah, an excellent choice. And they'll say a prayer to your god, Amintia. Meanwhile, by the tree boat, Ferdinand, you see Eels run off, and you're leaving Irene kind of just sitting there looking at the boat.
Yes. My enhanced ability says it's already running, but that was still from the combat. I want to effectively cast Eagle Splendor on myself, so that's for charisma checks.
Okay.
As I like walk up.
I was gonna say, do you do this like right in front of her?
No, like as I stand next to her. Let me just cast a charismatic spell on myself. Greetings, Nairun. We haven't spoken much over the course of the last few days of travel.
Indeed. I mean, you've been busy. The ship was nearly about to sink, so everyone's been kind of occupied.
This is true. You must be getting impatient to return home. It is home for you, is it not?
She'll nod. While I do wish we could get there faster, I understand that your ship would not survive the journey. At least not safely.
How did you get here then? Was that on a proper ship?
I swam. I mean,
Swap.
I leave the current taking me out from the moonstorm. It's easy to leave the moonstorm, it's not easy to get into it. The water kind of goes outwards.
I imagine swimming back in is not an option. Then.
You see her ponder a bit. Maybe I could do it, but I don't think you all could do it.
Certainly not me. I hate swimming.
Have you tried?
I have. You must be eager to head home, though. What is that place like?
You'll see her close her eyes and kind of think for a bit. Serene. Isolated. Golden leaves upon blackened stone.
Right. Abstract.
What do you mean?
Is it a nice place?
Oh, it's lovely. I actually look forward to you all being able to see it. Other than, of course, bringing the rod back, it's a place we don't get a lot of visitors, given the location. But
Why
it's
leave then?
gorgeous.
Did you come here purely for the rod?
She'll nod. The rod is the only reason I would leave. I have to bring it back.
What is its purpose or value then to your people, town, island?
You'll see her kind of ponder her words a bit. Not really deep thinking, but more so trying to think about how to best say some words without without breaking what you know to be an oath. It is a duty.
To whom?
I could tell you more, but I do not wish to restrain you. It's hard to say otherwise.
Nairun, have you held this rod at any point?
No?
Have you felt the overwhelming effects of merely holding on to it?
I have not.
You see, when I first held on to the rod, I felt through this rod desperation, maybe even determination from some giant creature caught in a clash, biting, uncomprehending, and suffering. Frankly, it is quite disturbing. I have since had doubts about the purpose of this rod and its purpose.
She's looking at you intently, as if she wants to say some things but cannot, but is waiting for you to finish what you're saying.
You
definitely
wish
have her
for
attention.
me, for us, not to be burdened, but frankly, as much as holding this item in our possession and imposing on this quest of yours, we are already, I'm afraid, rather burdened. Some clarity on the matter would certainly help.
Do you swear to never repeat what I tell you to anyone else? That is not allowed?
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this like a proper commitment for her, or is she sort of like skimming a deal, or
Give me that insight roll, baby. She literally cannot tell you unless you swear to keep it like, you're pretty much are gonna be like, you're being like, what's the term? When you're being like added onto a already like existing contract?
yeah?
It's like,
And then
yeah.
what was your question?
You cannot tell anyone essentially who is not in on it. So like you wouldn't be able to tell anyone else unless he also agreed to be like added on.
You have to understand, Nairun, making deals is my business. Does this include our party?
If they wish to be added to it, they can, yes.
If they wish, and then how about we say that burden is on me and not on you?
If you break this oath, you do die.
Excuse me?
She'll nod.
Shit, are we heading into that kind of territory?
She'll nod again.
Fuck me. Ah, Curiosity killed the cat. Let's go for it.
You'll look around how you're in a public space and go,
The line.
perhaps later, unless you wish to do it now somewhere else.
Once we've set that sail, we shall continue this conversation.
Alright, she'll nod. And then she'll go back to looking at the giant, like, tree boat, essentially, that's, like, over here. Alright.
Okay. I think that settles me for a little bit. I'll let
Mhm.
other people do their thing.
Eos and Polaris, you enter or are nearing the Wandering Tavern.
I would definitely be going into the Wandering Tavern.
Yes, I would love to go into the Wandering Tavern.
Alright. You see it as completely empty. Except,
That's-
obviously, for Wanderer, the owner, who is currently cleaning, setting things up.
Is
Yeah.
that strange for this time of day?
Yes. It's like early. Like, you guys arrived, like, late evening, so it's kind of like, this is like when people be getting drunk and drinking.
At this, he's gonna kind of like look at the bartender and kind of like raise an eyebrow and just be like, "Am I missing something?"
I mean, I know one of your party's blind, but there's a big something out there.
There clearly is a big something out there. Not from the area. Elaborate. And
Like,
he's gonna pass some gold over for information.
how much gold?
5.
He pockets it. Gives you a little bit of a light drink to drink while you're talking as Polaris sits on your lap. And then sits off your lap.
I'm not sure if I'm seeing the same thing, but as far as it looks like to me, I'm sitting on no one's lap.
You moved onto Eos's token for a couple of seconds, so it looked like you were sitting on him.
Oh, on my page, Eos is not there at all.
Oh.
Am I still lagging? Oh, I'm right next to you at the bar. Whatever.
Okay.
Alright, if you have doubts of if you doubt Eos ever existed, press 1.
I
Eos has always been a mental, a mental companion of Polaris.
He just like,
Oh.
that makes the blood problem very extra awkward that Polaris just like did some casual bloodletting.
Well, I might as well tell both of you this. Rose Maris is docked in the bay over there.
Is that the boss man's ship?
Oh no. It's the pirate lord from the east.
Hmm.
And just between you and me, he'll motion to Polaris. You might want to keep your friend out of view for a bit.
What? Well, what's the problem with him? Do I know anything about this specific person?
You can roll history. You
I
are a
would
sailor,
love
so
to
you would have the potential to roll for it.
Character sheets. I've been struggling a bit because sometimes my Firefox randomly crashes while this is open.
Huh.
Yeah, indeed. That's strange. That hasn't been a problem before.
You don't know. You know that Rosemaris is indeed a pirate lord. They usually sail the eastern Moonlit Sea, so on the other side of Red Wave. They usually don't come to the west, but you do know that they hunt down any and all ships.
Well, why would I specifically have to lay low and not my friend Edos here?
Doesn't like sea elves specifically.
What? That's racist.
They've probably caused him some problems in the past. Eos is gonna Eos is gonna put his hat on Polaris, like just hide your ears for a bit, I guess. You're blue, we can't really do anything about that.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go for a swim and hide in the cabin.
As long as you don't go by the boat, you should be fine. They're currently meeting with they're meeting with Cromwell in his estate.
Alright.
Okay. Well, Is there a way out that doesn't cross the boat?
Well, the way you came in, just don't get closer than the way you came in.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, it's still empty. I was going to ask you something else as well. I was looking for a bar, to be honest, but you hear a lot of things here too.
Oh yeah, work at the bar for a while. You hear things. What do you want to know?
Mhm.
And how much you're willing to pay?
Riz puts down 5 gold as well.
He'll take the money, but we'll still wait until what you ask.
I understand. So, I'm curious to hear if you have heard anything about Silent Monastery recently. Something that's out of the ordinary, something that's changed.
Hmm. No. I mean, other than their leader changing a couple years back, that's all I know about there. Don't really hear much from them. It's quite, a bit silent from them. If you catch my drift. You get it?
Yeah, they weren't very talkative.
All right, but that's still something new. Well, thank you a lot. We've been looking into it. It's interesting history, but it's difficult to figure it out with, them not talking. If I would want to know more, where would you recommend me go?
Other than the monastery itself, pretty much nowhere. Monk schools and monk monasteries so tend to be isolated for training purposes. They don't really let a lot of information out. All we know is from people who've gone there and interacted with them, and most people seem to have nothing bad to say about them.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you for the warning about Rosemary's. It's I'll stay out of their way.
Smart.
Yeah.
Honestly, can't believe why any sea elf would have vexed him. I mean, I am known to be quite vexing, but we aren't all like me.
Seems to be any elf in
Probably-
particular, but it seems to be any elf, but mostly particularly sea elves.
I assume it's because sea elves have a mastery over the waves that humans and the like just can't really match.
We don't have a mastery over the waves. I would say that the waves have a mastery over us, and I think we
Yeah,
just
see,
span
that's
out
exactly-
on them having a long discussion on what waves are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Riss. Normal people don't talk like that. Come on.
Meanwhile,
Get you out of it.
in the baths, Astrid and Eda are just lounging in the baths, having a nice clean water wash.
Finally.
Yeah, I feel like we probably should have been doing something productive, but at the same
No.
time,
Have you seen how
I just sink
rough
deeper
and
in.
frizzy my hair is? I need a deep conditioning. We deserve this.
Do you think they've got mimosas?
Oh, we should have gone to the bar first and then brought drinks in here. Oh, you're so right.
1 second. I'm gonna just grab a towel and I'm just gonna grab some gold, just watch my stuff, and I'm just gonna stealth my way through to the bar.
Roll me stealth as you walk through, to be fair, relatively empty streets at this time of day, all things considered, because of Rosemary's.
Did you put the hat back on the
Nope.
sun protection?
So just
Don't want to get the hat wet.
Yeah.
You're not that hidden. Eos and Eda wrapped in a towel, trying to kind of crouch and trying to hide behind things.
Oh, I don't care
Yes.
about them seeing.
Okay.
Riss just
I don't
looks.
care that much anyway, but more just go walk straight up to the bar, straight past them. Can I have? Do you sell mimosas?
Sure.
Can I have 4?
Yeah!
Sure.
Are you gonna carry that?
Buddy, do you need help carrying those back? I can just walk
Yeah,
behind
please.
you and leave you be after that. I see that you may have to. This looks like you have quality time with Astrid, and I respect that.
You can join if you want.
No, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna hide down in our boats and count fish or something.
Believe me, this isn't the
How-
first time someone's come to the bar and just a towel, so enjoy your drinks.
How much is it?
A gold.
Nice.
For 4, yeah.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna quickly just shuffle back. Just kind of. I'm gonna hold 3 and then mage hand the other.
Ah. So she doesn't even need the help. That's splendid. All right.
You are my favorite person in the world ever.
And yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna clink with the mage hand across the Astras and then float it back.
Completely opposite sides of the room.
Yeah.
All right. So who should I go to next? Who wants something going on? Are you guys...
I want to sell some things and buy some things.
All right. So you're going to go shopping. Does anyone want to
Yes.
try to meet with Cromwell? Because you did do a job for him.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I would like to try.
Fuck for fuck if we're doing negotiating.
Ferdinand
That
appears out of
depends.
nowhere.
Port me over.
Is Rosemaris near Cromwell?
They are
Yeah,
meeting,
he is.
yes.
Riss takes this comment very seriously and will go down into the boat to count his fish or play with rubber duckies.
All right.
Not stupid. Oh, he is stupid, but
So
doesn't
who,
fuck with pirate lords.
so who wishes to go inside, essentially, and meet with Cromwell, essentially? I'm trying to gather you all up.
Yeah, boy.
Did
Mhm.
we go either?
I can teleport you, I just need to know where, if you want to go in.
Sure, I'll go with.
We did the Giants bit quest for him, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
So just for Ferdinand and Ivis?
I think Eos wanted to go.
Yeah, I wanted to show up as well.
Or anyone else? Or Ida and Astrid is going to be bathing. Relaxing.
we'll see
I'm
you.
assuming Riss is trying to avoid this pirate lord, so...
Riss is very much trying to avoid the racist pirate lord.
Yeah,
Riss
no,
should
we don't
just
like
come-
the racist pirate lord.
We should just join the other elves in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
He was respecting that they need girl time.
Girls' night, girls' night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ivis, Ferdinand, and Eos, you decide to pay Cromwell a visit. You are by his front door. You hear faint conversation from within, but although you can't make out exactly what's being heard said.
We knock on the door.
Yeah.
All right. You knock on the
Wait,
door.
is my charisma thing still running?
Yeah.
Must be. Yeah. Okay, good. Good.
Inside, you see Cromwell sitting in his chair talking to what appears to be some sort of plant-based creature. They have legs made out of vines, with petals kind of growing out and made out of a bark-like structure. As you enter, they seem to be wrapping up a conversation as you hear Rosemary say, "The council will not wait much longer." They will then turn and see the three who came in. Cromwell, who are these? Some hopefuls I've taken under my wing for a bit. Don't worry about them. I take it we're done then. Indeed.
As she's walking out, I was like, don't let us interrupt. We can leave if we need to.
Insight check!
Okay, what are you trying to incite?
Does she, scoff at us? Or, can we deduce what she thinks of us?
You could try, based on, a glance. Trash.
Jeez.
Is
Obviously, you
she
can tell
white?
that she is, a darkish black. You can tell there's a lot of anger and resentment.
Is that her natural race, or is she just magically augmented? Can we tell?
You can roll Arcana or History, if you want to try finding out.
That's a good question.
Attempt to roll. They're both the same. Doesn't matter.
Well, to answer your question, as they approached this massive orange tree, they merely step inside it and then vanish.
Well, the druids can do that. Out of character.
I mean, you rolled a 3 and 12, that's all I can say. That's all you know.
I'm gonna look at Ferdinand, I'm gonna look at Cromwell, I'm gonna look at Ivis, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck was that?
Fascinating visitors you keep, Sir Cromwell. Greetings.
We came in an opportune time. I was trying to find a way to end the conversation before I got gutted.
You're welcome. Yeah, we did not visit to exchange pleasantries. As you must have certainly heard, we have gone on ahead to the rest of Giants to join up with some of your crew of treasure hunters and see what kind of untapped treasures we could retrieve. Frankly, I think we did so with quite a lot of success.
I have no complaints. It took a while getting back here.
We took a small detour.
Yeah, that monastery is a bit strange.
I don't deal with the monastery. Leave it alone.
It's for the best.
But anyway, about the job. We got all the treasure out. Took around a week.
There's quite a lot down there.
Roughly, after transferring the fees, a good chunk of change. Probably around 500,000 gold total.
500,000.
Yeah.
That was you saw it, Ferdinand. There were piles of the electrum pieces.
Yeah, but to have it actually said out loud, it's still quite stunning, is it not?
We had it right in front of us, man.
Yeah, and then he'd shove that fucking anchor up your ass, so shut up.
I understand how tempting money can be. And it's more surprising to take much with you. So,
took what we could carry.
if you ever need some money, we can work something out.
What is like a business investment?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's good to remember. Does that mean we have at least made a positive impression on you?
You have
Means
two
we're
more.
not complete fuck ups.
You have 2 more tries, but you're doing good so far.
Hey, excellent. We will see to the rest of the jobs, as is to be expected.
Good. So wait in my package and never know what Maven's up to in the flooded city.
I was wondering, actually. Wait, which one is the... Wait, we've got the flooded shores and To the Stars are for him, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
The Tower of Stars is far away. Fuck, I can remember. But the flooded was closer.
The flooded, they're both relatively the same distance. The flooded is all the way to the north, in the towers to the northwest.
Yeah.
The flooded would be hard since we can't breathe underwater.
So in the city, we had a contact that could help us with. He's gonna kind of motion towards the graft of the cannon that he has on his wrist. He's like stuff like that. You know anyone outside of the city that's good at that?
Any grafters outside the city don't last long.
Huh.
It's the city that protects them.
Gotcha.
So if you want to get grafting done, you're going to have to go back.
Good to know, but I think to access some of the more elite grafts, we have some reputation still left to gain.
Keep it up. Keep the work up as you've done so far, and I don't see any reason why people won't know about you.
On another note, I was wondering, as we were sailing, we were ambushed by ships sailing the pirate flag.
They would describe the Jolly Roger or whatever they had.
What is the situation like on open sea? Like, surely you have a big stake in keeping the waters under control.
What do you mean? Why would I want to keep the waters under control? That's what the governments do. Everyone's free to do what they want. I merely told everyone that if they see and any of my crew see your ship, they'll leave you alone.
Fair enough. I had
Good enough for us right now. Although, is that thing, the plant thing, going to be an issue?
Rosemaris, they merely came to alert me of an upcoming pirate council between the lords. I'm a neutral faction, so usually don't attend.
There's a pirate council?
Indeed.
It is like a little government out here, isn't it?
Go with that. Everyone,
Inside check.
yeah, sure. What do you want? What do you want insight?
Is he apprehensive about the council?
Give me that insight. All right, 21. Blackjack. He seems more so. He doesn't like attending. He seems to find him a boring. You can tell he finds it boring. He has like a very. I have to go to the council again.
But it's not like the vibe of Rosemary's combining and him now talking about it is like there's anxiety in the air or just something big about to happen.
Not that you can pick up on.
Right. Interesting.
I'll just say, make sure you dock for the night and let Ramirez get a little bit of a head start. They don't care about who they sink.
Fair enough.
And trust me, your ship wouldn't even survive a single salvo from there.
Oh, we can tell that ship outside is definitely a work of art.
Hasn't sunk in the past 1,000 years or so. Probably no reason it will soon anyway.
Didn't want to know that information. That just makes me less likely to sleep tonight.
You and me both. Polaris can sink any ship. So is that it? You just came
Any
to...
for the other two flooded shores and the tower of stars. You wouldn't happen to have any contacts in town who we could chat with about the quest, right?
None that would do you any good. All I have is what I told you. Maven's doing something at the flooded shores in the flooded city. And I need you to find out what. As for the tower, it's simple. Just go and get me my goddamn crate.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious.
We'll be right on it.
That was a freebie for you and you've been waiting weeks.
Oh,
Dalton, chill. We got this, brah.
No rush. But, you know, get me my goddamn crate.
We could, of course, do these kind of missions a lot faster with sizable investments into our ship and crew.
you've seen what we're sailing on. It's not too pretty.
And I've seen the documents that you've already bought upgrades for it. What do you need me for? A pirate must look out for themselves. I ain't
Yeah, I
gonna
don't want
invest
to
in
be
your
too
little...
indebted. With all due respect, I don't want to be so in debt that you decide to make us part of your crew. I
Oh,
do like my own autonomy.
You don't join my crew from debt.
I don't know how it works around here.
If you owe me money, I get my money. And if you can't pay my money, and your body can't through your organs and grafts you have, you will get me my money, one way or another.
Fair enough. Let's stay out of debt then.
Smart.
How about that, Ferdinand?
Eh, very well. I'd sell my soul to private equity, but you guys are all pussies.
If that's all, get out.
Peace out.
With pleasure.
That's the window.
Why can I not fit through this window? Dalton, fix this shit.
Even Mylessi found the door.
Yeah, I mean, some people just can't see.
He would respectfully close the door behind him.
Alright. As you're kind of like getting out, looking around, you can see the Rosemaris, without any crew on deck that you can see, start to sail off.
Ah, shit, I was too late.
Too late for what? What are you trying to do?
I was gonna get on a better ship with better crew.
Alright. Anything else anyone else wants to do other than shopping?
Shopping, shopping.
Alright. Show up to the shopping spree. Let's go. Ferdinand, where you want to go?
I would go back and let Polaris know that, like, if he didn't see it, or I would try to let him know that the racist ship has left.
You will find him trying to bake like fish cakes, And he's doing. Can I roll nature to see how well he's making fish cakes?
Sure, yeah.
Let's see if this guy can actually cook.
Nervous shaking, like, oh god, oh god.
Oh shit!
You can see the sheep out the window of the kitchen, you're like, oh god.
Like, oh, I don't have my normal spices. Oh, I geek. This is not the same type of kitchen as I'm used to. Maybe I should. You know what? It'll be fine. What can go wrong?
Burning noises. Alright.
Well,
Astrid, you enter Rick's clothes and fabrics.
Did you miss me?
Oh, it's you. Yeah. Forgot my voice. I think it was something like this. Welcome to Rick's
Hopefully.
clothes and fabrics again. Can Rick help you?
I want to find gloves that match that lovely scarf I got last time I was here.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure there ain't some sort of omnipresent god that's gonna have to draw more details onto a token as soon as you do that?
Nah, I think it's fine.
Oh, jeez. Well, these gloves look great. Look at the.
Thank you. Do you sell necklaces? I need a pearl necklace. I need lots of pearls, basically, Rick. Do you sell them?
No, Rick doesn't sell pearls. It's
Do you know
more
who
of
does?
spells and scrolls over yonder sells pearls.
Okay. How much for the gloves?
9,000 gold.
Rick. Come
No.
on.
9 silver.
Thank you.
Opens up paint.net.
Yeah. Hi, Rick.
Bye. Alright, Ida, you have entered spells and scrolls before Astrid, so I'll tell you what you see. Even though it's like early evening, so the sun is setting regardless, it is dark in here. There are shutters on the windows to keep sunlight from coming in, and it seems relatively, for you, probably pristine in terms of like no sunlight, dark, similarly some candlelights and lanterns lighting the area. And manning the counter, you see some sort of gnome who looks up as you come in. Welcome. Can I help you? Is there anything you want, or are you just looking?
I think there's something that my friend wants, and there they are. I kind of want to have a look at some of these scrolls.
Hi, Ida.
Take a look, and what do you want? She'll look at
Can I have
Astrid.
Can I have some pearls?
What type?
Ooh. I think just basic ones. I got some stuff to identify.
So you need ones for spell casting, then?
100 gold piece? That's so expensive.
It doesn't get used up though.
Oh, so I just need one. Oh, cool. Can I have a very expensive pearl, please?
200 gold.
Ida, does that seem right?
I don't know how your spell works.
Neither do I. Can I insight to see if I'm getting ripped off?
You can. She's trying to sell you 100 gold pearl for 200, which, to be fair, after market fees and the fact that you're in the middle of nowhere, makes sense for like a rise in like cost.
I'm gonna have to do math. I have 180 gold that I could give you right now.
I don't barter.
Then I'm gonna have to do some maths real quickly about how much gold's in a platinum.
It's a 1 to 10 ratio. Thank you. She'll motion to Cheetah, who answers while you're probably browsing scrolls, like looking up at things.
How many? So you want 20 platinum for a pearl?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Puts the coins into like kind of like the register and hands you the pearl.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to buy anything else. I've spent so much money.
Yeah. For right now, because of your reputation, you only really buy the blessed scrolls or the things that lets you use scrolls. Ida, from the reputation store. Those are allowed here because those are scroll related things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can even use scrolls, can I?
Let me double
I've
check.
realised because I think you need to.
You need to be able to
Be a
cast a spell.
caster.
You need to be a caster, I think, or have the ability to. But yeah, pretty much if you're
Yeah.
activating a scroll, you need to have the ability to cast a spell initially.
So if it was maybe a spell that I know how to cast
You
anyway
would
as
be able
part of
to,
my
like,
innate
yeah, like
things,
the
I could
spell
do it,
magic
but-
and stuff. You could.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of go up and be like, so if we were, say, to have a magical item that we may want to sell, would you happen to have any contacts within the market that you could start putting out some feelers for us?
Depends on the item. If it's something more unique, probably harder. Easier to find a buyer in Red Wave. A lot of people have a lot of money over there, and they don't know how to spend it. They have these auctions too. Although I heard one went wrong recently. Some smucks broke in.
I should have had better security, clearly.
Heard the guard who was the head guard of the whole place got fired. Probably living on the streets somewhere now.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I also hear about Drenix.
What happened in Drenix?
Some sort of terrorist attack.
Never been.
It's not a good place. It's too bright.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your help.
Shrugs. Didn't really help you much.
You might help me in the future.
True. Alright, Ferdinand and Ivis.
Oh, it's jewelry.
Ivis, you're here for the smithy as well.
I am.
Nice, let's go.
I want to get some material. I can start my own little crafting.
Oh my god, that is another fucking window.
I mean, I could make use of this. I could, maybe tinker with this, although it's not really that well made. Oh, hey, boss.
What's up?
Looking for some materials, for my tinkering service that none of you have ever used.
I just didn't figure you were that skillful.
That vault was perfect. Alright? Just because you got someone to let you in does not mean you broke into it.
Okay. Anyway, does this place do, like, jewelry as well? It doesn't have to be the finest stuff. I imagine it's a bit finicky for a forge that might specialize in armor and weapons and stuff, but...
The Baron can do anything. What type of jeweler you want.
Do you refer to yourself in the third person?
That's my title.
Ah, I see. How did you earn a title like that?
Killed a Baron. Seems alright.
Shit. That's fucking hardcore. You see, I have a new blue, gold, and white sleeve mithril sleeve, basically. It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Looks pretty.
I know it is. I need some matching jewelry. I'm looking for a silver septum piercing.
Only one.
Well, I've only got one septum, so yes.
You don't want more? Maybe replace that earring of yours?
Actually, that is it. I like it. It's gold. It fits the style.
Alright, you want it in mithril or do you just want it in steel? Silver?
Shit. Mithril's gonna be expensive, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty though.
It is pretty. How much would that be?
One ring. 50 gold.
I'll take it.
Alright. What ship you in?
What?
What ship you in?
What ship?
Yeah.
The humble wanderer.
Alright. I'll send to you in the morning.
Sick.
What about your blind friend?
He's not like blind. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just want some raw materials, some ores, things like that.
Don't sell them. You gotta go to a trader for, raw goods then, like I do.
Where's the trader?
Rational Rations can sell you some trade goods if you don't want it, if you want something other than food.
Alright. I want to sell this great axe I have that I don't want to use.
The +1 one?
Oh, no, the battle axe and the great axe.
Together. Show you one part of this. You'll like look at the magical rates like that. Alright. You'll get like 500.
Just a regular.
The +1 battle axe and the great axe, right?
Correct, yes.
You can get 500 gold for the both.
Alright,
Oh, whoops.
I'll take it.
Alright. Any more
Back on the
shopping to
journey.
be done as Ivis and Ferdinand wrap up there?
Is
I
there any
wanna-
jewelry?
Maybe they need to get a
Smithing.
new pot because Riz probably destroyed the one in the current boat.
I want to get some brass knuckles at the smithy. But like,
Is
Brass
that because
knuckles?
Riz destroyed the pot? I'm so sorry. I'll get a new pot.
That was my favorite pot!
You'll be sleeping with the fishes.
I want some like jeweled up brass knuckles.
Practical or just for like the appeal?
Preferably both.
For a fucking elf terrorist, you sure like your shiny weird shit.
The bling bling! Okay, so
He
you
doesn't
want...
like two things.
I can make it an improvised weapon. So you would still use your strength, but if you do like a d4.
Mhm.
You want it... How fancy do you want it to look? You want it to
Very
be
fancy.
actual bling, or do you just want it to be like shiny?
I would prefer it to be like actual bling.
100 gold?
Done.
Alright. He'll ask you for your ship name as well, and then seeing as you're from the boat with the Septum Order, he'll just kind of nod in understanding and go, "We'll send it over in the morning."
Awesome.
Alright,
Can I
Ferdinand.
find a messenger?
Yes, you wish to send a message to, I imagine, deliver?
Yeah. Basically going to do exactly the same thing where I give Reva far too much information about what we're doing. Like, I'm like, I know a vampire now. There's a god talking to us. Like, it's basically a diary that I'm sending him.
Okay, so
And
you...
I'll send him
Okay,
that
so
shortly.
thankfully Reaver already knew about the vampire thing, even though you didn't know that. So he's not out. You're not outing Eos to the world. Okay.
Not the world, just my good friend.
Alright, how much was it last time from here? It was like 5 gold? Or
I think so. It was a couple of gold, definitely.
5 gold. I'll do 5 gold slow delivery, unless you want to be quick.
No, that would be fine.
Alright, you'll find a courier who is probably the same one who delivered the scarf, kind of sitting down. You'll come up to them and he'll look over and go, "Oh no, you again.
Did he like them? Did you see?
I just delivered it. I
Oh.
imagine you want me to deliver something else."
Yeah, if you could.
Oh,
I've got another package. Same guy.
Same, okay, alright.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in a letter, obviously, but if you could tell him too, that would be really nice.
Yeah, okay. You see
Thank
the
you.
couriers like tiredly flap their wings as the aircraft kind of flies off to the east.
Bye.
So Ferdinand, sorry, that's the way into the south. So I moved you
Surely
there.
they must be doing other drops to Red Wave Bay as well. Hopefully
Yeah,
not
yeah, it's
just
not just
over
one at a
letter.
time. Alright, Ivis and Ferdinand, you enter Rational Rations, where there is a gnome on duty.
Hello again.
Oh, hey there, friend. Welcome back.
Ivis, don't you feel like we're doing a lot of stuff while other people are, I don't know, in a spa somewhere?
It
Well,
does.
the freshwater baths are good. They cleanse the body and the soul.
Yeah. So we need a lot of ration.
How much you talking?
We need to equip our ship, the Humble Wanderer, as you might have spotted in town.
Oh, yeah. She'll motion to Ivis. He came here and bought some food before for the ship.
Oh shit, well, basically we need more.
Alright, repeat order, or do you need more than before?
More.
More.
How much you talking?
100?
Mm-hmm. Alright. 50 gold for 100
100.
rations, then.
And water?
You're currently topped off on water unless you want to buy more
Oh,
barrels.
okay. No. 100 rations sounds good.
Alright, well, that'll be 50 gold then. We'll deliver it to the ship as before.
How's the duck? I've deducted it off the party funds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you also have raw materials for like metalwork?
I could get you some bars, yeah. What do you want to? How many bars would you want? Essentially, you'll be buying the half the price of whatever you're trying to make. Is how crafting works.
Ah, okay. I want to buy something like 200 gold worth of, no, 300 gold worth of metal.
What are you trying to make out of carrots?
I don't know yet.
Because if you want to make a half plate, 750 would be like 3725. No, 350 for half plate.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try and make happily. Yes.
All right. We'll deliver that to your ship as well. So take up 350 gold essentially, and then you'll have that much for crafting. All right. Can I help you too with anything else?
You don't happen to sell any health tonics or that kind of stuff, right?
I don't have any in stock currently. Sorry, it's hard to restock them, especially with the whole, you gotta be a certain reputation. Who decides one's reputation anyway? Am I right?
Yeah, it's a stupid
It's so
system.
stupid. But I can't sell you them. I could, but I'd probably die. Because people would expect me to sell them to everyone, and then I can't fight. I don't know if you've seen me, but like she'll raise her tiny gnome arms.
Would you say that the power-hungry cunt of ATM is at fault?
I won't say it won't. It wasn't.
I understand. Anyway, that's it for me.
Well, don't die out there.
Actually, do you have catnip?
Oh, of course we have catnip. You have a pet?
I need some.
A lot of people do keep cats on their ships for good luck. Here, I'll give you like a 5 silver worth of like pouch of catnip.
Nice.
All right. Anyone else? Looks around.
I think we're good, although we didn't get much information about the monastery.
There's not. It's isolated monasteries are hard to learn about anyway. They just all you know is that the leader died 5 years ago, and that nothing bad has happened there. Nothing like they haven't done anything bad.
I think we did great.
All right, I'll bring you back to the ship then. So now the question is, do you want to get the others involved in the conversation with Narun, Ferdinand, or do you want to kind of do it alone?
I feel like, especially since I'm already making like life-threatening deals, I should probably like do a solo session first, and then sort of weigh in on whether it's fair to burden other people with that kind of truth. Especially because I have some people on my party who probably can't shut the fuck up and will get themselves killed spreading whatever story.
Unrelatable content.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, imagine if there's, if there's totally not someone in the party who would talk to everyone they met. Yeah, totally not someone I'm zoomed in on right now. Yeah.
Such a mystery, huh?
All right. So as you come back on board, the installations and stuff are going well. You're gonna be spending the night here essentially in port, so you don't have to worry about food and stuff. It's already dealt with. So where do you want to have the conversation? Above deck or below deck, Ferdinand?
I imagine above deck, but like by the prow of the ship, just sort of like in a quiet moment.
Okay, let me move you there.
It's the prow I don't know shit about.
Honestly, there's aft and stern, and then there's.
It's good to know that for a seafaring campaign, you also know fuck all.
I don't know I know it's one of them.
Port, starboard, aft, stern. What do you want to know?
Front is aft.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. It's like just making the ballista bigger in the front, because you got a big ballista now.
Actually, scratch that. You confused me. It is. It's definitely the stern is the front.
Oh, okay.
That's just like,
Yeah,
wait a
the
minute, that's
prow
wrong.
is the forwardmost part of a ship's bow above the waterline. That's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the bow is the entire front of the ship.
Wait, no, aft and stern are the same fucking. That's why I'm confused. They're the same thing.
That's okay. So that's okay. I was right.
Stern is the back.
Stern and aft are both like for the rear of the ship.
All right. So everyone else,
You're
may have
thinking
the
of bow.
you-
Bow is the
bow.
front.
There it is. Yeah. All right, everyone else, you may have to look on the stream or something because it's currently just them on deck. But it is night. Everyone else is currently kind of below deck, getting ready for sleep, and it's just you and Irene above deck. Ferdinand.
As I'm like heading up, naturally. Advantage on the inside checks.
The healing is because you have an option to heal that spell with one of them. But yes,
I know. It's the
yeah.
radius cause in there or something.
Yeah, so you're okay. So you come up deck, you're kind of praying to Glacis, like, yo, give me some of that riz real quick, gotta have some of that charisma as you come up. You see everyone kind of just waiting for you underneath the starlight.
You should have brought Riz. Riz.
Greetings. So that conversation we were having, that seemed a rather serious deal to make for the
It
tale
is.
you have to share about this rod.
I just need to know if you wish to undertake it. You can still do the job I gave you without knowing much more about it.
It's already sparked my curiosity. And I like knowing what I get myself into.
Alright. You'll feel something magical come from my rune, Ferdinand. You were Arcana if you want to know more, but it is something you've get a feeling of power that was not there before. Some sort of pull. You can tell that this is old and ancient. It's like old and ancient in the sense that it's not magic that was cast recently. It is definitely something from years upon years ago.
And does it, with my 25, does it stem from Nyrune, or is she like a proxy?
She's a conduit, yeah. She's not the one that's casting it. It's like someone who's been bound by the same thing. You can tell with 25 the exact conditions that if you do tell someone, like there's no save, you will instantly just die. It's something that is this oath seems to come from the divine. It's nothing sinister.
Vegas has a massive hard-on on this one, man.
Yeah, it's not sinister. It does come from celestial, relations.
Okay.
Ferdinand, do you agree to be interwoven into this oath? And should you spread this information, willingly or unwillingly, that your life will be snuffed out?
We discussed the possibility of spreading this tale amongst my party members.
If the others wish, they can be woven in as well, but you can't go and tell them unless they agree.
Very well. Let's go with it.
Alright. An ethereal chain that you can sense rather than see kind of pierces your chest. It doesn't hurt, but you can feel like your wording get limited. You can tell that if you were trying to speak about what you're going to learn, you would be unable to. And if you forced it, you can feel like where in the body, how your body would just kind of resist, and if you still try to, you would die. It's like instantaneously you feel that restriction placed upon you.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Okay. We can talk freely now. What do you want to know? Exactly.
Well, what did you have to share with me? I told you I've seen a vision through the rod of a sea in turmoil, of a massive creature crashing forth beneath the water and seemingly caught in combat.
A Leviathan.
The what now?
The Leviathan. They were similar to dragons, a guardian of the planet. They used to roam the seas openly as if they were fish, but recently they've gone into a deep slumber. The Leviathans are guardians of the seas, and they protect us from what is below. I don't know. Oh, there's so much I need to tell. I haven't told anyone about this. It's actually kind of exciting, and I haven't been able to share this. With pretty much anyone. My
So
father.
try to make it a structured story.
Oh. So a long time ago, before even I was born, or my father, or my father's father, or my father's father's father's
Yeah, I
fathers,
get it. Yeah, long ago.
the Leviathans were at war. There were these creatures, I don't necessarily know much about them, but they were sinister. Leviathans would be good, while these aboliths were evil, controlling. They would, they would manipulate the minds of those around them and command humanoids to become their servants. During this war, something bad happened. The aboliths communed with something from outside our planes and brought it here.
Random, just quickly.
Yeah, looks up.
Did we not face an aboleth in Jax? Or somewhere?
No, you haven't faced an aboleth. You faced an aboleth way back in one of Liza's campaigns.
Did we?
Yeah, in Saltmarsh.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Never mind, carry on.
What? Nani? I should
Nani?
remember this.
It was either we fought aboleth in one of the
Yeah, we
campaigns,
did. We did, 100%.
It was a gimp aboleth. But
Yeah, it was
not
gimped.
aboleth.
It was gimped, and we were broken, but we did fight one. But anyhow, back to the story. It was some sort of corruption. The lost one, the one whose name time has forgot, he took this corruption into himself and fought it.
Wait 1 second. This lost one, is that a Leviathan?
Yes, he's most likely the one that you saw in your vision.
The one in turmoil.
He took this raw evil into himself and became its prison. But it was difficult. He could not cleanse it, and it was slowly corrupting him, and so the Leviathans came to an accord. They sealed him. And that rod is the key to the seal.
They sealed one of their own willingly to contain this corruption.
And according to the story, he went willingly as well. He knew his duty. He was a hero amongst the Leviathans. And that seal has existed for years upon years. It was weakening recently, but there is a right to restore it and strengthen it. But you can tell that as she starts to get to this part of the story, she starts to kind of get a little bit more hesitant. As we were planning to restore the seal, some adventurers, some crypt robbers, they came and they killed my father, and they took the rod.
What kind of people were these?
Bad? I wasn't there when it happened. He has sent me away to get things for the ritual and prepare. They were the ones who took the rod to the city. That's all I know.
At least to me, it was not commonly known, your home, your people, let alone this kind of equipment. And it seems that particular people were really interested. Do you reckon it is these people were sent out to retrieve it? It must, or do you reckon it was coincidence?
From what I've learned, it's the rod is powerful. I could see why some casters would want to use them, What are you trying to insight?
Like, whether she's like trying to skirt around an answer, or is she like fully aware? Or, like...
You can tell she's confused. She doesn't know the right answer to like who did it. You can tell that she's not like she doesn't know exactly. She's also trying to hold back tears. She doesn't want to cry in front of you.
Ugh.
You get that vibe. But I can't touch the rod. I'm not allowed to. It was a countermeasure to keep the protectors from using it. So
Is
that's
that what you are, a protector?
she'll nod.
What are you and your people in this whole thing then?
You can't tell anyone. But
I've
so
already made an oath.
it may be easier to show you. Just don't yell.
This is gonna be weird, isn't it?
No, not weird. I don't think so.
Very well, I promise not to yell.
All right. There'll be a shine of light.
Jesus Christ!
As Nyroon's body shifts and morphs to become that of a dragon.
That is...
Yeah, that was a bit obvious from the start.
Yeah.
That is most unexpected.
You can tell that you've heard stories about how big dragons can get. She is definitely not old. Like not probably not even a fully adult dragon yet. She's dragons in my world are skilled up. So like even though she is currently huge, that's still like kind of small for a dragon. She has bronze and silver and blue, like tealish blue scales meshed in. Typical dragon appearance, long 2 wings in the back, the frontal legs and the back legs, and a long spined tail that looks to be more for like swimming rather than anything else.
I unfortunately can't pull the stream up, so I cannot see it.
Sucks to suck. No. And after a couple moments of like standing on, like kind of like on the deck and creaking it a bit, she'll morph back.
So, explain this to me. How are dragons in league with Leviathans now?
Well, you're taking this better than I thought. This is actually good. Okay, so my clan specifically was sworn to protect the resting place so the Leviathans could go sleep. And as far as I know, we've been protecting for several thousand years.
I see. And then this Rod of Death was taken recently by force.
Mm-hmm.
At the time where the lock, or so to say, is weakening.
I don't know if they knew it was a lock, but they definitely took it as well. Yeah. And whoever wanted it, I don't know why they want. I mean, it does have powerful mental magic attached to it. It was made to seal a Leviathan after all and keep it at peace.
What we're walking into, Nyroon, when we step foot onto your land, is it dangerous?
No, it shouldn't be. All I need is for you guys, a mortal, to bring it back so we can put it back in. The seal should still be going strong until... Well, we still probably have a couple months left until it weakens. Truly. You should not be in danger.
Very well. I will think on all you have said. I will... You realize it is not just through curiosity or through the bounds that now keep me through this oath, but this is probably at some point good to tell the other party.
I want to. I would have told you if I could earlier before I even gave you the job, but you can feel it, can't you? The restriction.
Yes, it's like I am somehow chained to withhold certain information.
Hmm. And so the only way they could be told is if they agree to as well, and I don't want to force that upon anyone. Even if it's of goodwill, restraining someone is still restraining them. It limits their choices. I always wanted you guys to have the ability to, say that you can always just quit. That's your right. I could find someone else, but I offered you money because, well, my father said, mortals like money. So I thought, it would be good compensation.
That we do.
But no rush. I mean, as long as you guys don't die and lose the rod, we should be fine. And even if you do die, I can maybe bring one of you back.
If you're gonna bring anyone back, let it be me.
Okay. I mean, no one else knows, so I can't really get them to help anyway if you're not back.
This is an excellent deal. Anyway, you've given me much to think about, so I will take my time with this knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And don't mutter about it in your sleep, because that would still count.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it was good to get this off of my chest. It's been a while. I mean, the reason I'm traveling in humanoid form is because, I'm scared of dragon slayers. So, it was nice to be able to stretch for a bit.
Yes, of course. Well, consider your secret safe.
Okay. Are you gonna sleep out here? Because I sleep up in the crow's nest most of the time.
I have some thoughts to ponder on. I will stay here for a second.
Alright. I'll be nearby and I probably hear anything you say, but don't let that, disturb you or anything. Climbs up the whole mast. We zoom on in on Ferdinand.
I think it's Guaz's time, but we can also do that next session.
Yeah, it depends on you, because depends on what you want to try asking. But we could at least roll the prayer roll if you want to try.
Because I've made some attempt, or I've made an attempt.
Before you knew anything about the rod, yeah.
Reaching out to Guaz's before, had a shit roll, and I also knew fuck all about the rod of the situation. Now, knowing, or having seen what I've seen through the rod, having this background information, and Guaz's being all god of the sea and shit. Wait. Will my oath fuck me up if I now pray out to Guaz's?
Smiles. I can't answer that.
I mean, isn't she the god of the Leviathans as well? Am I crazy?
Yes, but I now have knowledge claimed through means bound by a note.
I assume her being the actual god of Leviathans, she probably knows.
Yes, but that's not what the oath is.
I'm like
Can I do a check, Razzle?
99.9999% sure she already knows.
Yes, but on the essentials of this oath deal, I'd much rather confer with DM.
Hi, what's up? Me, DM.
Can I make a roll?
What do you want to know?
Will I actually fuck myself up on this oath by reaching out to Guaxis through the knowledge I have now gained?
No, maybe. I mean, not even if you're just praying, it doesn't mean you're not praying unless you're talking specifically during your prayer of this information. You wouldn't be at risk anyway from just praying.
As long as you're saying it out loud, you should be fine.
Yeah, then I'll just consider it a focused religious meditation or whatever onto the Rod of Depths and Guasis and shit.
Alright, roll me a 1d20 plus 12.
Oh.
6 from your level, 3 from your proficiency bonus because you have religion, 2 because you're praying to Guasis, and 1 because it's your main god.
What about the rod? Does the rod help?
The rod is an item. How would an item help your prayer?
It's connected to the Leviathans.
Well,
Big one. We're about to have an encounter, aren't we? Session ends with actual God coming out of the ocean. Ah, shit.
all I can say is that below deck will do your point of view before anything else happens. As you guys kind of lounge and sleep, you feel the boat start to shake a bit. And Ferdinand, you can tell that your ship is no longer docked at the Wandering Market. It's currently being dragged out to the open waves under the cover of night
Oh fuck.
at a very
What?
fast rate.
Uh-huh.
And we'll end the session there.
No.
Well,
I mean,
well, at least we have her favor from dumping all the money in the water. That's all I gotta say.
We
It
don't
wouldn't
have any
be a
rations right now.
campaign with me in it without an unfortunate encounter with a divine being.
You're not wrong. Or I'll be right back.
It's you or me.
Alright, that was episode 13 of Moonlit Song, where a lot of lore drops happened, and we'll see how the party reacts to it next time. Until then, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time, probably next week, on Moonlit Song episode 14. Take care.